Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Tuesday evening stream. We need to start making cool events on each day. Let's call today Trading Tuesday. All right, and we'll say hot. Let's see, hot Gym Heroes pack. It's close. Let's say Gym Heroes pack close, and we'll say Mega Raquaza hot. All right. Vmax maybe? All right, there we go. Teabag Tuesday. I don't know about Teabag Tuesday. All right, so we're starting a little bit late. We always seem to start a little bit late, but today I was hanging out with Karis. She is on vacation. We're going live for Tuesday evening. She's now on her phone talking with her mom, so I snuck away. So we are ready to go live. I went outside and got a near perfect walk outside. It was 67 degrees and sunny with a fresh breeze. I don't think the weather could have been any better than it was. And despite it being the countryside, the park was packed, dude. You couldn't find a spot. It was so full. Really beautiful outside. Honestly, I don't even think I should be, what is this? Stop, let me say refresh on this. I shouldn't even be working. I should be outside right now, kicking the breeze. I mean, there's not even really that many mosquitoes yet. It's perfect outside. This is the best weather in Missouri for the whole year. All right, so we've shared that. Let me go ahead and expand this video. But we did get to spend some time outside already. Let's go ahead and pause this. I couldn't say it in the stream, but man, I was suffering, man. That was such a bad headache. I didn't want to be a complainer. But that previous stream, the pain was like 10 out of 10 by the end. It was really shocking. And then I laid down and rested, and it slowly went away. I call that the Wegovy headache. Those are like some kind of new headache I've been getting ever since I started taking Wegovy. And I don't know exactly what's causing it, but I have some theories, but they're just theories. All right, what's this? I have a guy interested in a couple items. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna jump in here. I got some Instagram messages. Let's see what they are. The Hunter PSA 10. Let me answer this question. Are you asking for a Hunter? And then, hey, your content is fire. We're a new premium Pokemon unboxing platform, and we're reaching out to talented creators for you, like you, for exclusive sponsorship collabs. Would you be open to discussing a potential deal? Well, I get so many messages like this now. There's always somebody launching another platform. It's crazy. It's like, why would I need to do that? I have a platform. Mr. Grant, he says, do you sell any slab product or do you just hold? Let me answer him. Jump over here. So I'm just answering some Instagram messages real fast. I do sell product. I do sell as well. All right. Yeah, I do sell top cards, but I have to be offered a really nice offer and then I'll sell. Okay, let me close some of these unnecessary windows. Today was really frustrating. I didn't get to work as much as I normally would in the morning because I was trying to solve the email problem with ZELLE. Right now we're having ZELLE issues. If you want to make a purchase with ZELLE, you totally can, but you need to send me a picture of the order and email that to me. So that's really inconvenient for most people. So as a result of that, I think our sales are going to be down for a little bit because we really built up a ZELLE community. And ZELLE is having some kind of email issue right now. I guess a lot of websites are having issues right now. Did you guys notice that? This morning, eBay apologized and said it was having issues. Is this a 6 order from a minute ago? Oh, you're too sweet, Miss 6. How are you doing today? Let's get the website refreshed. Let's see. Did I already pin the website? It looks like I might have. Yes, the website's pinned. Very good. Let's go ahead and open up the app. It's day 3 since Karis had the transfer, so we are still wondering if she is pregnant now. Karis told me there's, but get this, I didn't know this. There's only a 70% chance she is pregnant, even after all this work. That's wild, man. IVF's tough, I guess. So we're crossing our fingers. I didn't know that part. I thought it was more of a sure thing. Yeah, the embryo transfer is only a 70% odds that she'll actually get pregnant. A lot of work just for a 70% odd. All right, so clicking around here, just looking at everything. How's this going? How's the tag grading going? We need some returns, man. Oh, good. We're in slab assembly. Let's see. Yes, one is in assembly. Good. Oh man, it's the smallest one. Our smallest our smallest tag order is in assembly, and it's the smallest order. That's too bad. All right. Let's jump over to our menu. What was the last thing we repriced? Last thing we repriced was Phantasmal Flames, I believe. Time to take a look at Mega Evolutions. That's the next one on the menu. Evolutions. Mister, do you still have any bags and slabs? Oh, do you still have my bag and slabs? They're like 5 months old. Well, if they're only 5 months old, then probably, yeah. Ooh, dang, I think I have to say base set or something. Mega Evolutions base set. So, here we are, Mega Evolutions. Here's a case. Let's see what that's looking like. Oops. Oh, there's a blister. That's a blister case. Never mind. How about a booster box of these bad boys? I'm looking for Mega Evolution. Let me check here. Maybe this is a better way to look for it. So we're doing a price update now. We're trying to do one price update a day. Right now we're working on Mega Evolutions. But I cannot find it. That is because everything from this era is considered Mega Evolution. Here we are. Found it. Okay, I got a price. We got a price, guys. A reliable price. That's kind of difficult. Oh, it's getting more expensive. Okay. Not a big surprise. Says here we should want to sell our packs at around $12 a pack. Wow. Mega Evolution's going to have a price increase to 12 at this point. And now I'm going to move the dash in our menu over to Mega Evolutions to show that's where we left off. So tomorrow we'll be testing out Black Bolt. And I'm going to update the website too now, okay? So we are seeing price increases. I don't know how much more crazy it can get. Suzuki Teriyaki Benihana. What? You can't say that. Is it Mega Evolution? There it goes. So we call it Mega Evolution in our menu. You've got a new order. All right, we got some orders coming in, guys. We're going to update this. Pokemon card prices are going up, but you know what's staying a great price? $151 surprise. I told my morning audience that I think one of the better items on our menu right now is this guy. This guy right here is $6 a pack. Gives you a chance for the exclusive Pikachu Gengar. And yet, you can also pull the blue Bubble Mew out of this set. And so many other good cards, including the Master Ball Gengar from 151. So this right now is the top set on the menu. It surprises me how cheap it is. So that set is surprising to me how cheap it is. And I just restocked it as a result of that. I've now got 4 cases of 151 surprise coming in because I like the price that much. All right, Miss Six. Sixy Wixy. How's it going, Six? Hope you're having a great day. There we go. All right. Let's see. Love that pack art. Zhao, how do you say that? Zhou Ayo Christmasu. I don't know what you're saying, Mary. Here goes. Miss Six. Let's see if we can get the snipe. This will be the last 2 packs of Mega Evolution, sold at $10 per pack. It's funny, Six, it was actually this product's turn to to have its price checked. So if you look in the description, there's a little dash, and the dash shows you where we're currently at. Look at that Spiro you picked up. Wow, that looks really nice, man. All right. Anyways, so the dash was on Phantasmal Flames because that was the... Oh, I like this Shuffle too. The Phantasmal Flames was the last one we did, and it was time to move on to Mega Evolution right afterwards. So you do pick up this really nice Spiro. My Speedway had 2 booster boxes of perfect order. Oh, nice. I don't have that set yet. We are? Oh. So you got Shrewdle and Spiro now. Nice. All right, lovely. I'm tempted to do a new thing where we sell your raw cards on commission. That is a tempting idea. Is anyone else interested in this? Or maybe your raw card goes into something called the binder break or something. There we are. All right. Miss 6, thank you. Here's Jonathan Sylvester, 1 spot in the Gym Heroes break. Welcome back, Mr. Jonathan Sylvester. So nice to see you. There we are. I feel like it's been a while. When's the last time you were here? Now, the Gym Heroes break. Are you ready? So this gives you a chance for some serious business. This, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people in here. That means there's 4 spots left on Gym Heroes. It's quite close, everybody. 4 spots left, and we're opening up that vintage booster pack. All right, very cool, man. Again, ZELLE is still working, but I do not get emails when you use ZELLE. So if you use ZELLE, please tell me what you bought, okay? Hey, mister, are you going to get the first partner boxes? I've seen them. I don't know. They look kind of derpy, dude. I'm not excited for them. Are you? I think I'm going to pass on those. Do you remember if you shipped out my bag with the pony slab yesterday? It's right over here. So I created the label, but it has not officially shipped. So technically you can add more to it. Would you like to? So I've got the bag here. So you can add more stuff to that bag. It's right next to me. All right, let me close this. It's Trading Tuesday, a great day to do trades. You know, it'd be interesting if you could offer a card up for trade and we put a price tag on it. Would that be interesting? How would that work? No, that's complicated. I think it's complicated to do that. Next up, we've got Javier Arroyo for the 151 Chinese. All right, these guys right here, right? Here they are. Yeah, so I'm not kidding. I really like these guys. I do think they're underpriced. Wasn't there a point where I was selling these for $14 a pack? Wasn't I doing that at one point? I think it was when we first got them. We were doing like a box break. A case split. That's what it was. It was a case split. I remember this. And they were selling at really tough prices. And they were actually selling, but we finished without selling the whole case off. And now, all this time later, they're much cheaper. There we go. No more additional orders for a bit. All right, sounds good. So, but when it comes to shipping, the label's already made. Are you telling me you want me to cancel the label, or do you want me to ship it out? It ships out on Friday anyways. So Friday is when it ships. And Flareon. All right, Flareon this time, Mr. Javier. Okay. I ought to do one whole box of 151 surprise. Ship the slab. You want me to ship the slab but keep the bag? Okay. You got it. Oh, you got a big old bag. You got a booty butt bag. Speaky Ochi Mian Nande. What? Here's the new Mega Raquaza. Whoa. Look at that. All right. Jonathan Sylvester says, one more spot in the Gym Heroes. You got it, man. One more spot, Gym Heroes. Jonathan Sylvester. Join our Gym Heroes break, guys. It's pretty close. All right. This goes without saying, but the vintage packs have reached unbelievable valuations. You're not going to see a lot of vintage breaks in the future if you don't jump into them today. So you don't have to jump into Tuesday, but what I'm trying to say is, in the next year, this little Gym Heroes booster pack could be really unfun to jump into, because they seem to be doing that. They're just reaching scary prices, scary, uncomfortable prices. All right, so we've put your slab into the shipping pile, and we're going to put the bag back into the TY box. I'm going to ship soon. Nice. Are you all out of Paldean Fates? Not at all. We actually just did a really big restock on those. I didn't get the product very cheap, to be honest, so you might find my booster packs pricey. However, I will say this. We sourced them in a very good way. We bought them in large quantities from a single seller, sealed boxes. So we got some good stuff, hopefully some bubble mews in there, and it's just going to cost a little more, though, because of that. My buddy just got back from Japan. So crazy how Japanese packs from the Pokemon centers are $1 each, albeit with the daily limit, but shoosh. Yeah, no wonder, man. They want to sell it if they have to have a limit, because if they didn't have a limit, somebody'd go in there and buy them all and then sell them all back to us for like $6 a pack. It is. So we have an empty queue now. We're at the beginning of the Tuesday stream. The Tuesday morning stream was slow, so I'm not expecting this stream to be very busy. But if you want to show me some love, you don't have to buy anything, but you know what you could do? Smash that like button for me, okay? We're going to get the likes up to 40, and then we're going to hand out some free cards. How does that sound? That's our thing. We get these likes up to 40. Let's get a little party going on in here. And after we get enough people in here, we'll start giving stuff away. So I was adding these up, and just between this little pile right here and the binder break, not including these even, just this little pile here adds up to like $129, because I was really curious how much these cards actually cost, since I notice I really tend to stuff the binder break with a ridiculous amount. And I think putting price tags on them really helps people understand just how much you're getting. I mean, look at these. These are virtually fresh out of the pack with no problems. Now, that doesn't mean they'll grade 10, but maybe they'll grade 10. I have not looked at these for how they will grade. These Topps cards could be serious business for you. A nice Frostlass might actually grade 10. It's one of those, same here, look at this guy, might actually grade 10. It's these Korean cards, they grade 10 pretty easy because they're in such good shape. Some XY. XY is really hard to grade. Just a lot of stuff. Some nice classic collection, a little bit of classic. Some nice Uno, some nice Mario. And we got a little more to add. So what do you guys think this is worth so far? Like 170? Probably 170 or something. But here's a vintage Karuta Jigglypuff. It's just an odd card. I didn't want to grade it because it's like, it just looks weird. And then here's some off-center Pokemon Go holos. They're still really nice. We call this the binder break because you might put all these cards up into a binder. I'm trying to perfect the formula for the binder break. I don't know what the perfect formula is. Like the person who buys it, what are they looking to do? Break it apart and sell it one piece at a time? Are they looking to grade it? What's the driving factor behind the binder break? You just see that there's too much value in one spot and you say, okay, get me into that. I will only smash the like button if you shout out to Speaky Chan. Who's Speaky Chan? Just hoping for the bubbly. What? All right. The Bubble Mew, you mean? Yeah, Bubble Mew. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, we actually have a lot of it now. We have a ton of the Paldean Fates. I spent thousands of dollars doing a big Paldean Fates restock because I like that set. I was looking it over. I was looking at some of the support cards, and they go for a lot of money. You don't have to pull Paldean Mew to do well in that set. All right, here is a Nidoking King of Spades. 3 of Spades. That is such a nice card, man. I got to see, is there even one of these on eBay? I really genuinely feel that's underpriced, and I might actually just send that off to the vault. Give me a second. Poker playing cards, Nidoking. Yeah, there isn't one for sale. Let me check sold. All right, so there is not one for sale, and I kind of want to do my own price. So the most expensive one is 545. It's the Nintendo 64 version. That's a PSA 9 right there. So ignore that guy. And he's from Silver Deck anyways. He's not the red deck. So I'm gonna do my own price. I think honestly, I don't want to even come close to 200. I love this card. I know how hard it is to pull because I actually open the decks. Most people do not open these decks. The problem with this Nidoking is you don't actually run into him that often. That's why his population is as low as 16. Some of the other red deck cards have got like populations as high as 70 at this point. This Nidoking is probably showing up once every 3 decks. That's probably how often he's showing up. Probably once every 3 decks. He's one of the rotating Pokemon in the decks. And I'm glad he's not available anymore. I'm going to do my own price. You don't have to agree with it and you don't have to buy it, but I want him at 700. Here it is, which is how I actually feel about the poker cards. So it's like a new season, this new era for me for the poker cards. We're much more serious about them at this point. I think the poker cards don't need cheap prices anymore. I don't think they need to be like, oh, please buy them for me. They don't need like quick flips or anything like that. These are holds at this point. This guy's a hold. He's a card where I can hold him and he'll sell for $700 at some nearby point anyways. And I might buy him if I saw him on the market today for $200. I think I would buy him and then just relist him for $700 at this point. We're at that point with the poker cards. Ooh, the Frostlass. Lovely. I like the Frostlass. Oh, baby. What other expensive cards we got hiding back here? Any other expensive cards? I'll find some more expensive cards hiding, huh? Ooh, look at that Legend of Zelda. Somebody wanted that card for me in the daytime stream, but they wanted me to include it as a gift in a large purchase, but I couldn't do that because it wasn't mine. Oh, here we are. Look at this Aerodactyl. Jeez, dude. Such great cards, man. All right, so let's take a quick picture of these. All right, I'm going to take these off the table. Can I play PlayStation players on my PC? Yes, there's somewhere that shows a list of all the breaks and how much they're filled, says Zanebi. Hey, how's it going, Zanebi? No, not really. There is the breaks channel in Discord that Miss Tammy works on from time to time. I don't know how up-to-date it is. It is because I know she doesn't make it to every stream anymore, but I think she does try to update it. All right, Pricey Slabs March. One more picture. Boom. I'm happy to keep that Nidoking. I think he's such a good card. All right. Russ is here. Hey, what's up, Russ? We're taking this down off the table now. Good. I like this card a lot. I think I might put this into the Waifu Shuffle. Is it really a Waifu Shuffle card, though? It's not sexy. I don't think it's the same category. I think the Waifu Shuffle should be sexy cards like this one. This card should go up into the Waifu Shuffle. But it's a 9. Xbox is dead. I think that most people are expecting it to be dead, and I share the same sentiment. I think I want to see the last thing Xbox does. I want to see their last dying breath. You know, sort of like their death grip. And we'll see. Who knows? Maybe they'll do something that surprises everybody. You know what I'm saying? But then after that, they're dead. I've been looking at My Little Pony. I like to diversify. We do have My Little Pony packs, if you didn't know that. Let me show you those. Here they are. So this is actually the base set for the Interplay My Little Pony sets. And this was printed in... It's real old. $2013. So that would have probably been during the My Little Pony rage. This was printed in 2013. It's quite old. This is 13 years old. We have it on the menu. If you'd like to open some, just let me know. All right, we're all about that diversity when it comes to products. Here's Nicholas Pacheco. He says 4 Gem 3s and 4 of the 151 Surprise. Here we are. I like the Gem 3s too, but I honestly think the 151 Surprise have the advantage because of the superior Gengar artwork, but also the fact that Bubble Mew is in the set at the same time. It's really, it can't be overstated how good that is. Oh, here we are. Found it. So we got these 4 here. Now we need a new box of the Gem 4s. Wish me luck. Their last breath was giving Halo to PlayStation. No, I don't think so. The last breath will be whatever they do with their next console. That's not the last breath. Yeah, well, you could say the last breath is when they release the next Halo. And if they make it exclusive to the Xbox, that's a very big deal. If they release a good Xbox and a good Halo game, Xbox could remain alive. But right now they're playing from behind for sure. And I have no confidence in the new CEO. No confidence whatsoever. All right. Yeah, I have no confidence in the new CEO. Whoa. But so far, nothing's actually happened. Like, think about it. So far, nothing has been done. You know what I mean? Like, she's in control, and she hasn't made any big announcements. Other than I've heard they're releasing an Xbox that will also be a PC. So, like a Steam box or something. I'm not against that idea. That's a very interesting idea. We are. Once they put the AI chick in charge, I knew it was over. I feel the same way. Again, I share your sentiment. However, let's just see what she does. Maybe she will shock everyone. Probably not. What I'm used to seeing is they put someone like her in charge, and then she says, "Oh, did you like Bud Light? Did you like it? Well, you're just a misogynistic college clown and not our key demographic anymore. Now we're going to have whatever his name is, Mulvaney. Was it Mulvaney? Now we're going to have Mulvaney woke Bud Light. Woo! You're going to love it." Something like that. It was Mulvaney? Mulvaney? I think it's Mulvaney. Anyways, then yeah, the Cracker Barrel girl, she's like, "I'm going to ruin the Cracker Barrel signage." Why? Because we like to take everything you love and destroy it. They started taking down everything that made Cracker Barrel Cracker Barrel. They said, you know what? Cracker Barrel should be gray walls and millennial minimalism and all this other shiz. Why? Why should it be that way? And the Cracker Barrel, was it the previous owner, comes out and he's like, "Yeah, this is shit." And then she quickly reversed her decision right afterwards because of the blowback. So I'm used to that, and I am scared that that's going to happen with the Xbox. But you never know. Maybe not. The only thing we can say is that that's what we're expecting, and she hasn't done anything yet. She officially has not shot herself in the foot yet. Maybe she will pull a rabbit out of her hat and surprise all of us. I'm willing to at least see what happens next, but then after that, I'm a PlayStation Sony pony, wrapping up my Xbox, selling it on eBay, and buying a PlayStation, and be like, "Oh, I always loved these." Here we go. We got Valpoom. Most of all, probably because I'll feel like this is the death knell right here. I'll feel like Sony better represents me than Xbox does. That's the death knell. That's the end of your product when the people buying your product no longer feel like you can represent them anymore. Let's see. Ooh. All right. Cortana, scan this man's balls and show them to me. Cortana. Here's. Oh, stamped Meowth. Enhance. All right. The first thing she says is, don't worry. We're not going to do AI slop." You know how bad that sounds? It's like if you told your wife, "Don't worry, honey, I'm not going to cheat on you. Don't worry, I'm not going to cheat on you. Don't worry, I'm not going to cheat on you. I'm not going to cheat on you." The more you say it, the more you're like, "Bro, you're going to cheat on me." So that's the first thing she does. She comes out and she says, "We're not going to do AI slop." It's like, oh, God, they're going to do AI slop, aren't they? They're already in talks to do AI slop. Take something for deck 3. Ooh, deck 3, huh? Hell yeah, bro. All right. Little deck. Oh my God, we got Cubone and Meowth. What do you guys want? Gengar or Cubone in deck 3? There it is. OpenAI is shutting down its Sora AI video app. Disney has also ended its $1 billion investment in the company. Really? I guess it was too risky, huh? Because you know exactly what they're going to make with the Sora AI. A bunch of trademark, copyright-breaking content or degeneracy, one or the other. You know? They weren't going to do anything else with it. Something fun, whatever you want. What do you guys like? Do you guys like Gengar or do you like Cubone? What do you guys want to see in deck 3? Cubone or Gengar? Gengar for sure. Mr. Master Chief, mind telling me what you're doing on that ship? Sir, finish this man's mom. What? This is deck 3. Oh, wait, we already have a Gengar. Ah. Dooby-doo, scooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo-doo-doo-doo. Scooby-doo-doo. Wow. Scooby-dooby-dooby-doo-doo-doo. Scooby-doo-dooby-dooby-dooby. Scooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Nicholas Pacheco. All right, Cubone it is. It's Cubone. Yo. Smash that like button for me. We're at 13 likes. We need 40 likes to activate the giveaway. Look at that, Mark Valerian. This is looking like a full deck now. We're almost done. There's still a little bit of room, but I think deck 3 is officially ready to go. All right. He's about to call Master Chief his new stepdad. I don't know. What do you guys think? Who's buying one? Who's buying the next Xbox console? Anyone here buying the new Xbox console whenever it comes out? I don't know, bro. Shriek. All right, here's your bag. Thank you so much, Mr. Nicholas. I really appreciate all the orders, man. Nicholas Pacheco, the man, the mystery. We have had ZELLE down for like 2 days now. I think it's affecting our sales, guys. Oscar Resendez, box of the 151 surprise. Here it is, Oscar Resendez. 90 bucks for 15 packs. I mean, that like beats some of the Japanese sets. Here it is. Does tag grade Chinese? Yes, it does, in fact. It's really weird. They grade Chinese, but I'm not so sure they grade Korean yet. I thought Xbox pivoted from console wars to game licensing. Yeah, I think that's what they were doing. And then Phil Spencer, he like retired. That's the claim. And then I guess there was like a black lady who was like the president or something like that. He was the CEO and she was like the president. And she resigned the moment he retired, which that looks super fishy because it makes you wonder what happened. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I heard that she was not fun to work with or something like that, and that people did not agree with her vision for the company. And that the vision would be that your Xbox is on every console or your Xbox is on every device. That was like her, I guess that was her idea. The Xbox would be everywhere. And so after he quit, she was passed up on to become the CEO, and then I guess she resigned? Or was she told she was effectively fired? Was Phil Spencer told he was fired? What actually happened? Did he get fired? I mean, he's worked pretty hard to try and return the Xbox to its former glory, but I wouldn't say that he got much results. The Xbox just been kind of petering around. Here it is. And if you think about it, their most recent stuff about the Xbox being on every device, and yeah, let's put Halo on PlayStation. You know, those are some pretty monumental changes, and maybe that's part of why they got kicked out. Who knows? Did he quit or did he get fired? You know, that's my question. We'll never know because he's not going to say. Maybe he got fired. Maybe he got pulled into an office and they said, look at these numbers. We're going in another direction, and you're going to resign. And then maybe they went to the president, the lady, and say, hey, you're fired too. You're going with them. And so she's like, all right. But I don't know. Or maybe she was just pissed that she got passed up on for CEO position. Blasty boy, who knows? All right, we got Kabutops. Here's Mewtwo. Come on, give us a shiny Pokemon. Give us a shiny. Come on, one more pack. Oh, Gengar's going to be good. All right. So Blastoise Gengar in this box. Very good. Put it all in the cloud. I think Phil actually retired, so I do think Sarah Bond was fired. Yeah. I don't know why she was in charge anyways. The minute I look at her, similar to the AI girl, I do not think this girl plays any video games at all. The immediate impression I get from her is if her boyfriend or husband was playing too much Xbox, she would get pissed off. That's the actual impression I get. When I see the AI girl, I go, she's the kind of girl that would get pissed off if her husband was playing too much Xbox. And same with the president lady, Sarah Bond. I look at her and go, she's the lady who says, hey, get off your console and come get your ass over here and do some work or something. You know, she doesn't strike me as addicted to video games. We want people who are addicted to video games to make the games and to manage the games. People who are played all day, every day. Divorced dad types. Give me a divorced dad. Some guy missing some of his hair, but he's got a bad beard. And that guy's going to sit in a room for almost 24/7 working on Xbox. That's who's going to save Xbox. Not somebody who's interested in retirement, interested in days off from maternity leave, interested in having a husband who pays attention to her. None of those things. Just a divorced dad sitting in a dark room working on Xbox almost 24/7. And he's addicted to games. That's the guy who's going to save Xbox. So I wish they would hire that guy, but they're not going to. And that's why people intuitively feel like it's toast. It's over for Xbox. They saw the AI girl and they said, no way. This isn't going to work. She's not going to save it. And you needed somebody to save it. All right, Oscar. We need a Steve Jobs type. Exactly. And you know, Steve Jobs, I don't think he was necessarily a divorced dad, but he's got that energy about him. Like if you got into a relationship with this guy, he's going to break up with you or you're going to break up with him because he's going to come in, be a giant jerk, and he's going to have some strong vision, and it's his way, highway or nothing, you know, the my way highway, and it's just going to be a rough, terrible time, very toxic, very negative, very critical, which is what you need. You need criticism. Criticism's so important. And he's probably going to die of stomach cancer because his whole life is stressful. Right? That's Steve Jobs passed away from cancer. But you need that kind of energy to get in there and make something good. You need to yell at each other. You need to say, this isn't good enough. And it can't be like everyone's hugging and talking softly and corporate smiles and, we're going to need this done by the third quarter. And if we could just get an update on this. That's the corporate jargon garbage, you know, whatever, like meeting from your laptop screens. That stuff will never make a good Xbox. You got to have a bunch of divorced dads sitting in a dark room, actually working on something that they're actually addicted to. Let's see, how's Zelle going? Zelle is having some kind of, I guess, real technical issue. I spent like an hour on the phone waiting to talk to someone. They explained Zelle itself is working, but the delivery system for like email is not working. So they're working on that. So if we could get this rushed forward for our corporate meeting, yeah, that would be great. One of those guys working on the Xbox. Yeah, right, dude. All right. So what do we got next? Dooba-dooba-dooba-doo. We have... I don't think this worked. Did I need to hit refresh on this? Let me refresh on this. Visionaries don't grow on trees. Yeah, that's true. We have Mr. Jose Achilles. What's up, man? Ascended Heroes ×3. Okay. Put me in charge of Xbox. You know what I would do to save Xbox? So let's say you guys, I had to quit Cardconomist because I was offered the job of CEO by whoever the CEO of Microsoft is, he comes in, he says, we need you, Cardconomist, to be CEO of Xbox. You know, the first thing I do, I'd contact all the game developers who work on exclusive games for Xbox, and I would tell them, put the most toxic, vicious, trash-talking taunts in every single game from now on. Every game has to have the Halo equivalent of teabagging. I'd say teabagging for everybody. No one plays this game and doesn't get teabagged. Number two, we'd remove all rules for what you say over the microphone. You could say anything at all. There'd be no rules at all for the microphone. And I'd encourage people to use the microphone again. We'd have a campaign telling people, use the microphone, you can talk trash. An essential component that, by the way, that Sony has given up. Sony gave that up too. So Xbox stopped doing it, Sony stopped doing it. I don't know if there's lawsuits or something like that. I don't know. But we would have to have like some kind of legal system that protected us from what people said online. We are. Keep the codes. What? We are. Are you saying you would like to keep the codes from these packs? I can do that for you. I don't mind. We are. All right. Epic Games has to lay off over 1,000 employees today. Whew. The next thing I do, I tell every developer double D boobs on every girl character from here on out. You're not allowed to make unsexualized characters ever again. Every character has to be sexualized. Unapologetically. Every character must be some form of eye candy. And if they're not eye candy, it's because they're meant to be ironic or a foil to the actual eye candy. That's their only purpose if they're an ugly character. Here it is. Every game's a Gooner game. Every game you get to teabag, and every game you get to talk trash. There you go. And we'd start a brand new studio called the Divorced Dad Studio, and a bunch of divorced guys would get into a room and make the most toxic possible shooter in the world. That would be the ultimate goal. How do we make the most toxic shooter, in the world right now? And it's got to be good too. Like, it's got to be fun, but it's got to be as toxic as possible. It cannot be nice. Pure toxicity. Pure. Mr. holding those packages hostage. Just like Marvel Rivals did, made by the Chinese devs. Sure. Yeah, bring it all in. Bring it all in. Characters must be sexy or ironically ugly. And characters must be toxic. And you must be allowed to say whatever you need to say over the microphone. No more babysitting on the microphone. We got Team Rocket, Dynamo, Spectrier. Here's every Xbox ships with multiple microphones. Every Xbox video game must have a, hey, did you consider plugging in your microphone for a better experience? Here's Bellsprout, Totodile, Mad Cargo, boop. One token tomorrow. Oh, did he say he wanted the codes? He said, no, I'm just kidding. Okay. Boop. Look at that token tomorrow. He's cool looking. Time to leave and go to sleep. You're going to bed? Rock-a-bye Mary on the treetop. Mojang especially censored 2BT2. Gone are the days of chaos. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad. No more censoring. We would be censor-free. I'd say, so I would stand out as the Xbox. I'd say, see the PlayStation? They censor you like you're a bunch of 15-year-old babies. Come over here to the Xbox. We're a bunch of toxic, antisocial, divorced people. Come over here and play Xbox. You can teabag your opponent and then call them a F word over the microphone. And we won't censor you at all because we actually believe in being able to curse people out. Here's Galarian Slow King. That'd be the first thing we do, man. We'd make it the nastiest, most toxic place to play on a microphone, which is how it's meant to be. That's the nature of it. You're meant to experience that. That's an important thing to experience in life. And when you take it away and you say you can't say naughty words anymore, it's like putting up the bumper paddles on the bowling lane. Like, yeah, some people want to play that way. Mostly children. Adults want to talk like they can really talk, like they can curse like sailors. Very important. Kevin Maldonado, $25 to my slab away. You want to know what the next story for Halo would be Master Queef is trying to turn Cortana into a real human so he can bang her. That's the story. It sounds super crude, right? But we'd make it smart somehow. That's the story. Sex between Master Chief and Cortana. That would be the story. And again, it would be all, we have to head over to the Sentinel Array. They've got the fabricator there. You know, some stupid word. Oh, this thing that can take AI and insert it into a human test tube body. Blah, blah, blah. You know? So you can make it all smart as hell. But it's simple. Master Chief bangs Cortana. Boom. You've got the best Halo game in like 10 years being made. Easy. Is the queue long? No, it's nice and short. I want to rant because we're just having a bit of fun. So, Kevin, let me apply this to your slab away. What do you guys think? Stupid? I hate the stories now. The stories are all like, I don't know. It's like I'm reading another stinky book of something that I really don't care about. Mr. Pat Gibbs is next. He says, 3 ninja spinners, 2 pokey shuffles. So the ninja spinners, we've never pulled the Mega Gray Ninja, and we need to get a clip of that. So these are up. What are the current breaks? Hey, what's up, man? It's Black Kid. How's it going? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. What if Cortana bangs Mr. Chief? I like that too. I like either way. It's gotta be an element that you actually care about the characters. Like, you know what people are tired of? People are tired of just like meaningless back and forth ideas in their stories. Give us something that we care about emotionally. Give us something we actually care about. Like, I want to be invested in their story. All right, here goes. And there's not a lot to work with there because, you know, Master Chief doesn't have a mom or a dad or a sister or brother or a cousin or like long lost friends. It's just him and Cortana. So what are you going to do with him and Cortana? They're going to bang. That's what they're going to do. So come on. Do something with it. Here goes. What we got? Boom. 2 cold ones. Ah, that sucks. Don't say bang, mister. That's vulgar. It's a romance. Of course. It's a romance. It would be a romance, essentially. Yes, it would be. But again, I'm doing the, you know, we're in an office room together, coming up, brainstorming up with these ideas. And you got to come up with the idea fast. So you cannot waste too much time on the complexity of the story. You got to say investment, action. Halo Master Chief banging Cortana. Boom. That's your story. And people go, whoa, do you really have a love option with Cortana in the next Halo? Think about like Mass Effect. Remember how whoa, look at that. I've never seen this one. That's some amazing art right there, guys. Look at that Xerneas artwork. Wow. Very nice. You know how like, yeah, you can make maybe the next character could be like, it could be like Master Chief is obese and he has to lose weight or he can't fit in his armor anymore. What the hell with this sleeve? He has to get 25 pounds lost just to start the game, because if he doesn't lose 25 pounds, he's going to not be able to fit in his armor anymore. New game called Master Junior Chief. Mister, have you seen the new Lewis Manosphere doc? I don't think I've seen that. Manosphere? I don't think I've heard of that before. Mr. Pat, actually think about it. So let's say you succeed and Master Chief and Cortana bang finally, which is what the game should have been the whole time. They finally bang. They have a kid. The next story could be about Master Chief's kid. Bada bing, bada boom. So now you got a story. They don't have a story. They keep doing like all this weird, crazy crap. Every Halo game, I'm super uninvested in the story. I'm like, who cares? I'm like clicking skip as fast as I can on the story because I'm so uninterested in what happens next. Yes, and it will be like a girl Shredder. A girl like Shredder. He lost his finger, so he can't be master. Just like God of War. Yeah, you could do God of War. You could do... So if Master Chief has a baby, if he has a kid, it could be like a God of War setup. Of course. Next up, we got Mr. Luis Nunes. See how easy this is, guys? It's not even difficult. And they get millions of billions of dollars to work on this, and they can't come up with anything we care about. Their last game was so bad, I can't remember a single part of the story. It's 100% forgettable. All right, Topps Chrome SpongeBob. Where are we hiding the Topps Chrome Spongies? I think they're over here. I don't remember a single part of that story from the last game because it's so uneventful. Here it is. The Brutes are back? Or so, I don't know. Dragon Ball Manga Booster SB2. Here you are. Mr. Lewis. And 3 packs of the Blue Sky Stream. Oh, that's my favorite, man. I love the Blue Sky Streams. All right, here they are. They're never going to come up with a story like that because someone could say something that nasty and mean. Like, let's make the game as toxic as possible. Cortana has double Ds and Master Chief wants to bang her or something like that. You can say something like that and you're going to immediately piss off anyone in that room who is not a divorced dad. So anyone who is not a total toxic jerk is going to say, no way, we can't write that story. How's that going to appeal to Disney families and I don't know, angry feminist women? And that's exactly why you'll never have a good game again, guys. You're never going to have a good game because no one's ever going to be allowed to make a story ever again because they're scared of stepping on someone's toes. They're going to be not allowed to say something like that. Are you getting Union Arena solo leveling? Oh, I didn't even know that was coming up. Union Arena has not been the best performing products, so I don't know. It really depends. I think if it's sold really well, I'd be surprised even. Can we order from the website? Yes, sir. You can do the website or PayPal. Either of them work. The last game had the autistic Cortana that wasn't Cortana, but was Cortana sort of. I don't know. Didn't they give her like a big tooth gap or something like that? Here we are. Whoa. I don't know if you remember it, but back in the day, Cortana was hot, dude. They made Cortana like this sexy AI robot, right? She's like a hologram, and you're like, damn, bro. And it felt very good. It felt sort of like it was a dude bro game. It was like a early 2000s, you know, college frat boy kind of, yo, what's up, bro? You play the latest Halo, bro? Yeah, bro. You know, it was one of those. And they've slowly transformed it into what they did to the stupid beer company and what they did to stupid Cracker Barrel and all these other things that they keep ruining because they're scared to stick to that formula. It's the winning formula. It's a winning formula. It works. And everyone's scared of it. Perch Perkins. Ooh. Here's Trautenheimer. Wow, that's really cool. All right, this is for you, Luis Nunez. All right, here's Queen Amphrite. And Employee of the Month. Got a crazy order coming up. Woo! All right. I'm loving it. And here's New Kelp City. Wow, I love these SpongeBob Chrome cards. They actually go really hard. 69 viewers. Perfect amount. Yeah, I would I'd just love to see Xbox doing well and Halo doing well again. It does make me sad that it's all kind of, it feels like just some sort of corporate, you know, it's like a corporate thing that they're just slowly letting die because they need to carefully extract whatever money is left in the brand and then be done with it and just be like, all right, it's dead now. There we go. So that was Chrome, Topps Chrome Sponge Babadoo. That's on the menu. Now we've got some of these. We got a big order coming up apparently, guys. Diversity is our strength. Hey, man, I got no problem with diversity in the story at all. I really don't. I really don't care. It's just, it can't come at the cost of edgy or toxic or fun story writing that actually gets people into the drama, into the story. It can't come at the cost of that. So, you know, like the story I just suggested, I think it really would invigorate people to download the next Halo game. In this Halo game, you can romance, she's back and you can romance her or something like that, right? I think people really would sign up to buy that Halo game. And it could be a really high-selling game because what you've done is you've tapped into these sort of instinctual, basic human behaviors. Like guys like boobs. You're never going to beat that. It's always going to be that way or the human race goes extinct, right? That's the truth. If men ever don't like boobs, we go extinct. So it's this really deep, instinctual, basic selling concept. And they refuse to tap into it because they're too high and mighty. They're too artistic. They're too artistic. We're above this. And if you think about the original Halo was a dude bro game with a naked AI called Cortana. She was naked. She had no clothing on. All right, what we got next? Luis Nunez is done. We got Nicholas Pacheco. He says, Chinese Pokemon, 15 packs, a full box. Good. Let me go get some packs of that. You will consume the wokeness. Yes, I need to go get my soy drink. I'll be right back. Where's my soy? I need my soy. Getting a couple of these. You will consume your soy, and you'll like it. Boop. All right. I think it's a sure of a hell of a lot better story than something like Master Chief, who gets saved by like the new girl character over and over again, has to fight for like equity between like the brutes and the elites. How do you guys like that story? Cut to Master Chief. That's how it would start. That would be the start of that sort of storyline. Very different axioms for good and evil. Very different axioms, right? You guys know that word axiom? It means like the starting point of things, like the origin. So moral origin, moral axiom. Very different moral axioms. What's Derek's moral axiom for Master Chief? He wants to get laid now. He's been at war for a long time, and it's time for him to get laid by his waifu. That's a pretty good story. It's a compelling story. Now, if somebody else gets to write it, I guarantee you it's going to be like some sort of story about, I don't know, like the government's evil because it's ran by white guys or something. And you have the undercast crew, and they're perfectly diverse somehow, and they're like poor, and they're fighting for equity and justice. Something like that. That's their axioms. My axiom sells and makes money. That's the trick to it. My axiom actually makes money. I'm better at business. We are. All right, there we go. Like Pinocchio. I'm a real boy. That's right. Did you ever say anything about getting the crypto cards? I remember the crypto cards. I've seen them. I did not get that excited for them. We stuck to Pokemons. I really liked Halo 2. The dynamic of playing both the Master Chief and the Arbiter was neat. No, I totally agree. That was one of the coolest things, was the first time you played Arbiter and you're like, what the hell? And you're like, am I one of the bad guys? The Arbiter. I think you mean the Heretic. Here's Electrode. Here's Marowak. I liked it when the bad guys were just religious fanatics who wanted to get their hands on a nuke and use it. Sounds very familiar with the real world. That was the story of Halo. A bunch of religious kooks in power saying, we have to cleanse the world. Here's Omastar. And to the great beyond. Oh, yeah. This is really relatable, actually. Here's Starmie. All right, there's a whole box. What are we pulling out of this whole box? Here's a little Kadabra. Here's a little Dragonite. Come on, bro! Here's a little RK9. 3 packs left. Oh, yeah. Shiny Snorlax right at the end. Awesome. How about Master Ball? Here's Weezing and no Master Ball. All right. Maybe a little bit of a tough box, but you do actually take one of the best possible shinies, Snorlax shiny. Making money is toxic masculinity. That's right. Double D boobies on Cortana in my version. I would make her have bigger hips and bigger boobs, and it'd be super toxic, and the male gaze and everything everyone hates, or at least they claim that they do. And then it would go and make huge amounts of money. That's what it would do. Saving Xbox. They'd be like, damn, they made Cortana hot, and you can romance her this time? What? I'm buying that game. Boom, sold. And we'd have executions on all the bad guys and teabagging mandatory. It is. All right. Bring it back. Bring back teabagging. Bring back taunting, trash talking, all of it. I want all the toxic. That's Nicholas Pacheco, one whole box of 151 surprise. I really like your Snorlax pull. The male gaze. The male gaze. All right, there we go. Very good. Yeah, Mass Effect was really successful, and they allowed romances, right? That was half the fun of the game, was who am I going to have sex with? That was a big selling point for that game. That was a really big selling point. That was actually innovative for its time, wasn't it? Mr. wants the toxic environment. I want the rudeness. I want the shock. I want somebody to beat me up when I play the game, like not be nice to me. I don't want it to be just like this boring sort of like Tetris type game where nothing matters. Oh, the square block moves over to the left 2 pieces. No, I want something dramatic, something I can't experience in the real world. That's the point of video games, is you can't experience those things in the real world. And I think that with shooter games, shooting, every single concept of shooting has been overdone 100 times. So you can just steal some of the finer ideas about shooting from other games, but you need to have an emotional pull for people to log into that game. So there has to be something emotional that makes you want to connect with the game and see where it goes. All right, just a reminder to everybody listening, I cannot see Zelle orders. We are not getting the emails. When you send a Zelle order, I am not getting the email. So the trick then is to simply send me an email telling me what you bought, or just tell me, I guess you could tell me in live chat what you bought even. I would just trust you, I guess. Sounds like you want to play League of Legends. What if they make Master Chief gay? I mean, that could piss some people off maybe, but I think that would actually be kind of funny. Gay Master Chief? What do you guys think of that one? So the problem with that one is it might work with some people, but it also, you might lose a large group of people who once were loyal to the brand. So I don't think that that's clever. If you think about it, ultimately, he liked Cortana. That was heterosexual. You could introduce a gay character. They made him a zombie controlled by Cortana in the series. Prox chat is as close as I can get to a good experience. I only play shooters for the safe sauce. Let's see. Hi, chat. Hi, Mr. How's it going, Sarah? They erase characters like Rambo, James Bond, and Terminator. Where are the strong alpha males, mister? Master Chief was a strong alpha male, but they slowly turned him into just this really boring thing. That's what I'm saying, man. We are. Halo 7. Master Chief gets his mojo. I don't know. Yeah, they try to get too smart about it, I feel. Can we see your NFT collection? I thought it was established lore. Spartans couldn't have sex. We don't unestablish it with some kind of rule. The more lore they wrote for Halo, the worse it got. Like the moment they turned the creator of the Spartans into some like old lady, and you're like, oh, some old lady made the Spartans. That makes so much sense. It's like, no, it doesn't. The person who made the Spartans should have been, I don't know, it shouldn't have been like, it became like a totally different story the minute that happened. Now it's a story about this scientist, little old lady, and it's like, bro, this game used to be about how badass Master Chief is and how you were saving the universe. Why is it about like some spooky lab rat issue and you're just a dog of the military or something like that? I don't want that. Go back to being badass and cool. Every step they took, they wanted to like unwind him and make him worse or something. I'm taking a picture of these. These are so nice. I thought it was established. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me take a picture of these beautiful slabs. All right. The Pricey Slabs channel. That was so boring when I found out about that. I was like, boring. Now it's the defining feature of the Spartans. All right. All right. All right. All right. But I guess I can't be too angry about it. You should watch Starfleet Academy. Starfleet Academy. What's that? I feel like I really recognize that name. Starfleet Academy. I recognize that name. Here's Evie. Here's Lightning Break. Here's the free one. Hit that like button to get the free one started. And here's Plankton. So we got a couple of these gym breaks, guys. You guys like gym breaks? We got a couple of them. Who likes the gym breaks? Here it is. Master Chief takes off his helmet, and he's like a blonde. He's a blonde like Samus. Ooh. The doctor in charge of making the Spartan program is fine. The government even used her as a scapegoat. When the war ended, she didn't train the Spartans. She was just in charge. I know. It just made the game feel stinkier somehow. It's just sort of like you go from pure adrenaline, right? Just fighting, to sort of like this over-detailed story, and at some point you're just like, boring! How did we get into this boring-ass story, dude? And I've seen that happen with other shows. Regular show. So good in the beginning. You know why? Because nothing mattered. Then at the end, they're like explaining Pops as like a planet or a moon or something. You're like, I hate it. Or Adventure Time. It's just a boy and his dog. Cute, stretchy dog and mathematical, right? Finn's just so much fun at the beginning. By the end, trauma, genocide, end of the world, existentialism, super metaphysical shit. And it's like, there's this point where it's so stinky. You're just like, I hate it. Stop explaining my game to me. It doesn't improve the game. All right, let's see. They got to be careful with that at the very least. So, next up, we have an order from... So we did Nicholas Pacheco, and I believe we have our good friend, Miss Diane here. Hello, Diane. She's got a big order. 5 Phantasmals, 10 Ascended, and then she wants a box of Mega Dream and a box of Ninja Spinner. Ooh, that's a really big order, Diane. All right, Diane, we do need to pull the Gray Ninja. So if you can pull that, we're going to get you a clip. We're going to start there. Welcome, guys, to the Tuesday stream. It is Tuesday. Adventure Time was fine when the creator was involved. He left during season 1 and people took the reins. Here it is. All right. Yeah, but it did pretty well up to like season 5, I want to say. 5 and 6. But there's this point where increasingly they actually start to explain the world. And the more they explain it, somehow, the less interesting it was. And I think that is one of the reasons why Dark Souls remains one of my favorite games of all time. Because so few things in the world are actually explained. They don't explain it. You know something's going on, right? There's hints, but they don't explain it. It's a style of storytelling almost. And it's the same with Halo. The more they teach you about why everything happened, the stinkier it is. You're just like, I don't care about any of this. I don't want to know how all of this is feasible. I just want it to be like magic almost. It doesn't need to be explained to be fun. Does that make sense? It's like the more you... Oh, it's like Star Wars. Remember watching Star Wars prequels? And they start talking about midichlorians. Remember, like here he is. Midichlorians. The minute you say the word midichlorians, I'm clocked out. It's not like I'm too dumb to understand it all. I get it all. But it's like you've over-explained your universe. You've over-explained your world. I'm not trying to read a physics book about how the Jedi Force works. I don't want to read a physics book. That's for school. Same with Halo. I don't want to open a physics book. I don't want to have to get a college degree in how Halo came about, how it works. Let people who want to know about that stuff buy like an extended edition book for it. You know what I mean? Midichlorians. Yeah, part of the enjoyment is the mystery. Exactly. All right, here goes. His midichlorians are off the... His what? Shut up. Ooh, all right, here we have Blubber Frog. And here's a cold one. And here we have a $560 order from Miss Diane Bailey. This is a big one, guys. Here's Ampharos. Okay. Cool. Part of the enjoyment is the mystery. They could hint at why Master Chief and the... Ooh, here we go. Okay, so you got this tall guy who I still don't understand because I never played Pokemon XY. There we are. The more I knew about the Spartans, the less fun they were. And it just became kind of like hairy and stinky somehow, man. It's like, damn, bro. Here's this. Here's this. Oh, a Beedrill. Oh ho, Breakson. Yeah, Dark Souls is one of the best games I've ever played. And it, very interestingly, it doesn't explain hardly anything. Almost nothing really gets explained in fine detail. They're not busy trying to teach you how the universe works. The universe just already exists. It just is. And you're in it. Here's Fennekin. Wow, that's cute as hell, bro. That's AZ. He's 3,000 years old. He really is. Oops. Here's your ocean. All right, so you get the ocean. You got AZ. You got the ocean. Okay. You know, I don't think I finished the story for Pokemon Legends ZA. I was too taken aback by the poor quality of the graphics in the game. I really tried my best to like it. I thought that the game did actually offer some interesting new changes to the combat style, where it's like live turn-based, really clever. And there was a little bit of dodging even. But ultimately, I couldn't get into the game. It did just feel too, like, cheap or something. Too chintzy. AZ first appeared in Pokemon XY. That's what I figured. I think he appeared in the XY game. I never played Pokemon XY. I'd already stopped playing Pokemon by then. Xenius. Nerds like lore. Here we are. Yeah, but I think there's a fine line between lore and writing, like, a school book about how the world works. Oh, man, that looks good. Here we are. We got Ampharos, Dark Souls, and Elden Ring. You got to check the backstory from the item descriptions. Yeah, exactly. And then you got to piece it together. There we go. This set's going to be so cool when it comes out in English. I like it that there's a lot of good common cards, because that suggests to me there's going to be a lot of great reverse holos in the next, again, in the English set. Diane, you're ready for your own, like, double box or something. I think we're at that point. Do we have room for it? Let's see. I think we can set you up. So, let's grab this. We're going to take some of your cards off the table, because you got enough. Marker. Currently, you're in the table overflow boxes, but you have enough bags that we can start putting these into its own box. Did you play Kingdom Hearts? I did not. I did not play that game. All right. Mistress, the continuous release of new card sets and sets a type of inflation. Not really. I mean, when did Pokemon not release a whole bunch of sets? By the way, Diane, I noticed you have a lot of nice holos. If you ever want to trade those, let me know. And let's get these into a bag. All right. Good. We'll set these right here. Do-do-do. No, Pokemon always released a lot of sets. Not that they're not going to overprint, but because they will, because the demand is so high. But they always, look at this, guys. 1989 Gundam. Wow. How can we absorb all these new chase cards? Is it really that much? I don't think it's that much. I mean, like, there's one new chase card. It's the Greninja from Mega Spinner. To tell you the truth, it almost doesn't feel like enough. Almost feels like too little product, too slow. Manganami. So now we need 5 Phantasmals. Let's get 5 Phantasmals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 Ascended Heroes. All right, Ascended Heroes times 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 7 here. That's a big order of Ascended Heroes. Okay, we are running low on Ascended Heroes. People are actually, weirdly, they're buying more of it. It didn't go down in price. It went slightly up in price, and it's still selling in heavy amounts. Getting worried about keeping this in stock. All right. So, Miss Diane, this is yours. You get to keep the promo because you bought up to 9 packs. That's how we're doing it. I guess I'll keep this right here for now. Boom. All right. So if you add 7 over there, you just need 3 more. So there you go. Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Is this a Sarah order? This is a Miss Diane Bailey order. It's huge, man. Get back up there. It is huge. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so we're working on your English pokies. And then we move on to the Mega Dream. Good luck. What's crazy about the Ascended Heroes is I barely even make money selling those because I had to pay a bad price for them. And the margin per sale is lower on those than, say, I don't know, maybe some other product. Can you get a hold of the Chinese First Partner Packs, 30th anniversary, please? The Chinese First Partner Packs, are they only in Chinese? I saw those First Partner Packs, the First Partner artworks, and I thought they were kind of boring, to be honest. Like, I'm not super hyped for them at all. I did just buy more 151 Surprise because I really like the Gengar in that set. It's a Pikachu Gengar, and I just really like that set. So I'm stocking up while I can. Kind of wish I had like 10 cases of it almost. Of course, I don't know how much they're going to print. But if they don't print enough of it, that's a big deal. All right, what we got? Psyduck. Is there meant to be Phantasmal there? Yes. What did I... Yeah. Yes, there is. Staraptor, Salazzle. You can pull... You want this Pikachu? You can pull a nice Raquaza holo out of here. He's the good holo in this set. Okay, Erica's Victory Bell. Here's a Mega Dragonite. All right. You guys are watching products straight out of the ETB. Seems tough. Seems like it's meant to be cheaper per pack because the pulls aren't like, you know, the pulls aren't just handing out banger after banger after banger, is it? Oh, Numel. All right. So far, pretty tough on the Ascended Heroes. One Numel popping out. Canary. And, come on. Salendit. Ultra Ball. Wow. Pull rates that make me think of Prismatic almost. That's tough, man. That was 10 packs, everybody. I don't think we've ever opened up a large round of Ascended Heroes and felt like we were just like killing it. You know what I mean? I feel like every round of Ascended Heroes has been kind of weak sauce. I think it's a tough set. I think it's going to be like Prismatic. All right, now we've got out of your Phantasmal Flames around to holos. Here's Diramaka. Here's Gloom Smeargle. AH is Prismatic 2.0. Is it really? So people are reporting the pull rates are very bad. Man. Death's Arrival's Ascended and Phantasmal to the moon. Well, Phantasmal is going to be okay because it's just because it's a Charizard set. And then Prismatic and Ascended Heroes, they got Umbreon and Gengar in it. Death's Arrivals holds a special place in my heart because it's a Team Rocket set. That's what I really like about it. Team Rocket. So fun. But, you know, so is essentially so is Ascended Heroes because it has Team Rocket's Mewtwo in it. So it's kind of weird that way, isn't it? Wish the Ascended tins were like 10 bucks. Maybe someday, man. Maybe someday. Maybe when they crack out the printing machine, man. All right, so Miss Diane, I would say this round has been pretty tough on you. It has been a tough round. I'm going to toss you into the free slab to get you a chance for that, okay? But we're not done. Still a chance for redemption in the Mega Dream Pack. This has been a tough one, Miss Diane. We like it better when you hit nothing but gold. All right. And I'm going to toss you here, okay? All right. So here we are with the box of Mega Dweem. We're looking for an Altart in here, preferably the Dragonite or the Gengar or the Pikachu. Pikachu's real good too. This set's great. Are you still moving? Right now, no. We're not moving. Apparently, Missouri, that's where I'm from. I'm in Missouri. Well, shucks, Missouri. I'm in Missouri, Lake of the Ozarks. And they're going to vote on whether Missouri becomes a no-tax state in November. I just might stay if they vote yes. I think the state could grow a lot if it votes yes, kind of like the way Tennessee, Florida, and Texas have grown. Missouri is an attractive state. It's very, very cheap to live here. One of the cheapest places to buy a house. A lot of it's been underdeveloped. Lots of room for cheap, easy stuff over here. Famous for violent crime in St. Louis. Of course, St. Louis, everyone's kind of moved out of it, and it's fallen apart as a result. So people did not want to be around the crime, and they moved to the countryside. They moved to places like O'Fallon. Have you seen O'Fallon, Missouri? It's beautiful. Very nice place to live. And that's maybe about 40 minutes away from St. Louis City. 40 minutes away. All right, here goes. Last chance, Miss Diane. Thanks for the free slab spot. We're going to get you a free mega pull right here is what we need to. I do think pack price has a little to do with these crazy prices, though, right now. Yeah, pack prices are too high. They're too high for me when I go to stock them. I'm sorry, guys. The pack prices are high for me, and it just sucks. I really would like them to be cheap. You know what else didn't help? The Trump tariffs didn't help. He did tariffs on importing goods, so I guess he's collecting taxes on us. That's the taxes he bragged about. But, you know, it really means that our Japanese product, which was a nice, cheaper product, costs a little more, maybe about 15% more. And then, so you're supposed to sell more of the English packs, but you go to buy English packs, and they're just absurdly expensive. Ooh, all right, your MA's good. So you got the Dragonite for the MA. And what else we got? Here's Tivanant. Pokemon has made enough money to start their own prosperous country. Yeah, I'd like that. Here's... I love this guy. I love this little Dusclops. He's one of my favorite... He's one of my favorite, like, B or C tier Pokemon. All right, what we got? Yes, 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 yes. All right. So you were having some tough rounds with the other cards, but you actually pull one of the chase cards out of Mega Dream. Whew. If you're going to go this deep, we really don't want to see you pull another cold box, you know? So that is very fortunate. She's pulling the Pikachu there. Very good. Yeah, you did pretty rough on the other two sets. And I was going to say, you know, if you pulled, you know, one of these Mega Dream boxes where it's just an Ultra Ball as your pull, like an Ultra Ball SR, because that's what it could have been, you know? You could have had all those other packs, and they were pretty cold, and then you open your box of Mega Dream, and it's just an Ultra Ball. That's all you could have gotten. But instead, you got Chase Pikachu. That's great. So that makes me feel like you went from having a bad round to kind of a, maybe a little bit tough, but not so bad, you know? A little bit tough, but not too bad. Now it's a little bit better. Come here, you. Actually, your MA's good, too. So both of these are nice. You've got Pikachu and Dragonite. Nice. Pikachu and Dragonite. All right. I bought myself a Gengar, by the way. I'm going to try and grade him with BGS, see what it turns into. Here it is. But it's a Japanese one. Oh, this is Japanese. Yes, it is. It's Japanese. Konnichiwa. Bushido. Mister, you don't have access to a distributor? No. No, I've applied, and they've rejected me twice. And I was working on a reseller license, and I'm not done with that. And I got a website now, so I think a website really helps. And so I think if I get a reseller license and I already have this website, I think the next time we apply, our odds are much better. So I think the website's going to change things. Oh, yeah. All right. 325 raw on TCG Player. Oh, this is Japanese. 165 on TCG Player. Nice. All right. So, oops. So, let's go put this into your bag. Miss Diane. She treats us very well over here. I love your orders, Miss Diane. All right. Okay. That was a big one. Nicholas Pacheco next. He says, Gem 3, 5 of them. So I believe we need some Gem 3s. Here we are. Mr. Nicholas Pacheco. Nicholas Pacheco. This is your turn. Here are your Gengars. We got Clefable. So you guys might have missed it, but in the morning time stream, we were able to restock the Poke Shuffles all the way up with lots of nice new slabs. They're all PSA 10s because we are rotating the A box. So we ran into a lot of nice slabs, and now that Poke Shuffle box is a full. Lots of cards in there. Here we are. Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas. Ooh. Setting that there. And setting these in here. Oh, hey, Cody. I was a little concerned. I hadn't seen you, but I was barely in the daytime stream. I think that's the third one you've pulled for me. Damn. You've gotten very lucky at the timing on those. I pulled you 3 Pikachus, really? That's pretty rare. So we have an order from Nicholas Williams. One History of Z. You scare me. Here it is, History of Z, one of the most expensive packs we sell for Dragon Ball ever. And it's going to you, Mr. Nicholas. Nicholas, what have I told you about a year ago? These would have been like $8 a pack. What would you think of that? All right. We've got Gamma 1, Gamma 2, and Foosh, Scheming Scientist. Ooh. Scheming Scientist it is. Do you want your bulk? You can keep the bulk if you wish. All right, let's grab your bag. You're at a point where the packs are so expensive where you can keep your bulk. I don't know if they're actually valuable, so I'll leave that up to you to determine. You still have the other 2 in one of those multiple bags. You got a lot of product over here, Miss Diane. Yeah, you got a lot of good stuff. Here's Aovic for all slabs, tag 10, Piplup, and tag 10, Skarmory. So Piplup and Skarmory, all slabs. All right, let's get over there. How far back do I need to scroll for these? Piplup and Skarmory. I'm going to start looking. Nope. I suspect I have to scroll further back for this. Oh, am I in the right channel? 217 and 211. Oh, that helps so much. Thank you very much. Oh, you might have said that in the message. Did you say that in the message? Oh, no, you didn't say that in the message. All right, 211, 217. All right, there he is. Yeah, that's a good one. That's that Diamond Pearl Skarmory, huh? So let's go find him. He'll be in this one. Actually, let me mark him as sold. Skarmory. Sold. All right, and then let me find the Piplup, too, so I know what he looks like at least. He is also Diamond Pearl. Piplup sold. All right, now let me move some of these things out of my way. What is all this? What is all this stuff? All right, here, let me pull this back over here. Weird. I just found like a box of slabs. All right. Aha. Look at that. I found this guy instantly. So he's been found. Is Skarmory nearby? That'd be nice. No. This is the hardest one to go through because it's so far away. Good thing it's not too full, though. Here's another one, Pachirisu. You might be interested in Pachirisu as well. All right. Aha, found it. Skarmory. Got it. All right. He's pretty cute. I'm interested in the hollow ones. I think those have sold. We had a Dusclops at one point. He was holographic. What are the other hollow? Oh, the Giratina, I believe, comes out of this set, doesn't it? Oh, the Mewtwo Level X. That's the card that got pulled out of the box, and now it's worth $1,200. We just put him into the consignment channel for Mr. Javier. So the good news is I have more of these to grade. The holographic one you mentioned, I have more of those to grade. So you'll probably see another round of those in the future someday. None of them are currently grading, but you know, maybe a year from now, maybe a month from now, I'll get a new round of those out. Did you find that Kingdra? The red label one. Are you saying the red label one? I did. Yes, I have another one of those ready. Oh, Aovic, the marker's dying. I'm sorry. Let me go get a fresh marker, guys. Yes, I had another one of those Kingdras. All right, here we are. Wait a second. Oh, you didn't buy the Pachirisu, my bad. All right, there it goes. Thank you so much. Just a reminder, if you placed a ZELLE order, you need to tell me what you ordered over here because ZELLE is not emailing me. Hey, mister, just a reminder, I know you're insanely busy, but can you update the Discord? Oh, yeah, look, I got it written down now. Yes, I need to update the Discord on your stuff. Have no fear. Here it is. Have no fear. I do actually remember it. Writing it down really helps. Yes. Place it right here. Maurice Aspirus, 50 to my slab away for the unseen forces for alligator. You got it. All right, that's with an M. So this goes from 200 to 150. Boom, updated. All right, we're going to hit refresh on the website. We have Mr. Brian Freund. He says 4 slab away, 105. Good job, Mr. Brian. Yeah, we're getting ready to enter a new month, so it's a good idea to keep up with all your stuff. Looks like you were at $175 left, so you should have just $70 remaining. Here it is. Good. I think his 4 slabs made 3 cheap but cool ones. How does ZELLE order? It was 1 million prismatic packs. Oh, let me get those for you. How much for a bag sort? I think I have 3 bags. Well, that would be $9 to sort all 3 bags. All right. Here's Charizard. Here's Waifu Shuffle. Here's the Gym Heroes, which is like 3 spots away. This right here is very close, everybody. Hey, hi, Kevin. And Charizard. Rawr. All right. Can you show off the hollow pattern on Pachirisu? I might buy it. Oh, so the Pachirisu, he is a non-hollow, but he still looks really good. He's basically a common card from 2009. He's a Japanese vintage card from 2009. It says the Mewtwo Level X collection. That's Diamond Pearl era. So they're right there, DP Diamond Pearl. And he's just a nice looking 10. That's all he is. It's just like selling any other common card. What about the other 2 I got? The other 2, those are not hollows. Here they are. Sorry if you thought that they were. These are all non-hollows. That's why I thought you might like the Aovic. You just see. So they're not supposed to be holographic either. These are supposed to be non-hollows. Here it is. Yeah, these are just standard non-hollows. But again, they're like vintage common cards that graded 10, and they're less than $100, which is pretty good these days when you look at how expensive cards have gotten. The label says holographic. Oh, you're right. Actually, you're right. It says holographic on them. Oh, yeah, that's definitely not supposed to be there. I never noticed that. Okay, well, listen up. If you don't want them, I can refund you or store credit you or whatever you need me to do. I apologize. None of those are holographic. That's a mistake on the label. Not my fault. That would be, clearly that would be Tag doing that. Oops. They're still cute, but they're definitely not holographic, and their prices are accurate for what they are. Credit is okay. Okay, we'll do a little credit for you. Oops. Sorry, man. All right. No problem. Good thing you double-checked before having me ship it, because I didn't notice that, and neither did you, until we investigated. All right. I just assumed that you liked them. 145. All right. Haha. So these are still for sale, though, guys. 145. I can understand, if you thought they were hollow, I can understand why you might jump on them. An $80 holographic Piplup 10 from Diamond Pearl for 80 bucks. It's just kind of underpriced. That would be pretty good. Now, what do we got? Diamond Pearl's old, you know. We have a Sarah Dusenberry order. She says 5 Japanese OP13s. I'm sure you'll find another thing. We've always got something fun going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 Naruto pack. Oh, yes, Naruto. Looks like we need to open a fresh box or 2 of the Narutos. 10 Poke Shuffles. 5 of the Ninja Spinners. I'm loving this order. Where has this order been all my life? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And 1 Lord of the Rings action flips. Yes, the action flips. Awesome. And 1 Mario Panini. Wow, look at this order. Oh, that's Ninja Turtles, actually. Let's see. Where's Panini Mario? Am I poking around in the right way? Let's see. How about in here? Ah, there it is. Found it. Boom. All right. Good. Like the stream. Crazy how I asked your opinion on Pachirisu earlier today. Now you're offering one. I mean, he's cute. We are. He's like Togedemaru. He's like Dedenne. He's like, I guess Mimikyu maybe is in that same group. They're all in the same group. They're all, you know, sort of like the Pikachu category. Miss Sarah, 10 of these. All right. We've got a 1, 2, 3. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oops. Let's go ahead and flip these around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, did I count these right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I did count them right. Ooh, man, they got to be loaded or something. Those Poke Shuffles have been cold for a little while. All right, Sarah, I'm sorry about that. That's a tough round in there. Before I feel bad for you, though, let's see what's in here. Maybe you get lucky in these packs before we feel bad about the other packs. Snip that. Let's snip this Mario Panini. Okay. These are really cool, aren't they? We'll start here. All right. All right. We've got Orcs. No! Get away. Here's Strider. 2 white. No, I'm just kidding. Here's Gandalf. Also 2 white. And here's the Gremlin. This is like a mosaic. You can put together like a whole picture of the ring. It's super cool. And over here you have Frodo. Ooh. There we go. Very nice. Now, what do we have here? Baby Mario, We were talking about that in their daytime stream. We're talking about how sometimes movies and TV shows like do like a gender swap or a race swap. That's why I was joking there. Here's a Wiggler. Here's the Yoshis looking pretty cute. Look at that. And Daisy. Ooh. All right. So you get to keep all these. Good. And now let's sleeve up this cute little birdo. The Suck Mario character. And here's Rosalina. Very nice. She's wearing her ballroom gown or some crap. Looks like she's wearing her PJs. All right, now how about them Topps cards, huh? So these are pricey at $54 a pack. You have a chance at a 1-of-1 Naruto card. Good luck. Birdo got that mouth, man. Oh, wait. We don't need to do that. We can just do this. Ooh. What? I told you. The 5th grade, a splendid ninja is born. I told you there's 1-of-1s in these here Pokey Hills. Guess it would be more like Naruto Hills. I want to play Naruto. I'm going to be the 5th Hokage. Believe it. Wow. You just always do well, Sarah. See, now I don't got to feel bad about the chili Pokey Shuffles because you just pulled a 1-of-1. Amazing. I'm telling you guys, these Topps cards are handing out 1-of-1s. And we ought to be the group to pull them. All right. Now we have The Battle Begins. We got Minato. Oh, my neck. Namikaze. I had that horrible headache in the morning stream, and it is starting to come back. How crazy. Gamabunta. And here's Astonishing Truth. And here's Kimimaru. Go for the perfect grade. Oh, he's saying you got to get a black label on it now. Yeah, right. You'd be lucky if it's even a 10. Wow, that's great. I think that's going to have to be a clip. So, you can't not clip a 1-of-1. That's great. That's what I said, Bonnie Bread. Sarah pulls 1-of-1 out of Naruto on 102 minutes. Wow, great job. Is it a gold vinyl? Is it a gold vinyl? I don't know. It's 1-of-1, baby. Lee decides to use the forbidden move, Hidden Lotus. What? Okay. Last Naruto Topps 1-of-1 sold for $261. Dude, the reason we're pulling those out of there is because clearly these were not printed in really high amounts. So it's easier to pull a 1-of-1 out of there. And I'm just so glad that we're opening them because at some point I'm not going to have any more or I'm going to refuse to sell them at the old price. We're going to raise the price to like 100. I've sold Topps packs for 100. We used to sell those. Remember those Disney 100s? We used to sell those for $100 a pack. So Naruto, you think is pricey at 54? It can go way higher than 54. It's a kind of product that comes out of a box of like 5 packs. That's a premium product. All right, you ready? Here goes. Cold. Here's Minchino. Okay. Here's Pack Rat or something like that. He looks mega ugly. Okay. And here's... Oh my God, we pull this guy in. Oh, by the way, guys, I finished the One Piece live action. Did you guys watch that on Netflix? I watched it. I thought it was very goofy. The One Piece live action show definitely kind of has a feeling of Spy Kids, I noticed. Did you guys notice that? If you watched it, it's almost like a Spy Kids kind of feeling. Here's what we got. Here's a holo. And, whoa, that looks cool, man. Goldie Roger. Damn. And here's this guy looking kind of fit, showing off his chest. And here's a holo. And here's a holo. All right, there we have it. That should be a free pre-grade, mister. The 1-of-1. No, because if we do free pre-grade because you pull a hit, I guess there's no point in selling pre-grades at that point, right? I can show you the back and front of the card. Do you want to see the front and back of the card? Well, I think I did show her the back and front of the card. Here it is. All right. All right. We sell pre-grades as a service. It's not very expensive, and it's just a way to see how badly you'd like to have the card pre-graded. Some people don't necessarily care that much. They just want to have it sent back home so they can send it out themselves to grade, right? Here it is. All right, there we go. Very nice. Miss Sarah, thank you so much. Miss Sarah. Ah, here we are. You got a full box, huh? That's right. We were keeping your stuff over here in this bag. You can keep the hollows. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Ta-da! I like that you opened up the action flip Lord of the Rings too. Aren't those fun? They're not very expensive. People forget that when you're not chasing after like a big whale pull, you know, it's like it's some Moby Dick kind of thing. There's a lot of packs on the menu that are just kind of like for fun. There's a lot of packs like that that are just for fun. Here's a pristine Iron Thorns. That's right. It got the pristine grade. Very hard to accomplish. Did you guys know that this lightning knockdown is only 3 spots away from finishing? And when it's done, somebody's going to immediately pull knockdown instead of waiting 7 weeks for the heartbreak, for example, to go off. So this guy, he can go off real fast. That's complete. Completed. Here's a Pat Gibbs. He says pre-grade for Sarah. All right. Pat wants to know. I think Pat wants to know if your card's a 10. Are you ready, Sarah? Pat is revealing the grade on your card. Good luck. All right, you ready? So this is the pre-grade for the 1 of 1. I think it's going to come down to how PSA interprets the card. There's a lot of silvering on the top and the left, but they may just consider that part of the print. Now we're on the back of the card, and I think your odds have gone down for a 10. So the good news is your corners are nice and sharp, and but you have one issue right here when we zoom in. That appears to be a print line right there. You can see one swiping on this side and one right here. So I do think your card has a solid chance at a 9. A 9 on a 1 of 1 is really not that bad. People will buy it regardless because it is a 1 of 1, okay? So they want it because of it being the only copy of its kind. But we're going to hand out a pre-grade of about 9. I think it's in the 9 range. It's actually a pretty nice card. It's not a 6 or 7. I think it's in the 9 range. The silvering on the front matters too. I don't know how they'll treat that, but if they don't care about it, probably a 9. Could be an 8. Mr. When and if you get a chance, can you either tell me when I got the Naruto pack or show my bag? I want to show my brother. What's the name? Wait a second. What'd you say? So you said when and if you get a chance, can you either tell me when I got? I don't understand your question, John Vasquez. Could you explain your question? You're asking when you got the Naruto pack? Well, presumably you got it when you ordered it. Did you order one right now? Are you saying you ordered one right now and we need to go grab it for you? Next up, we have an order from Mark Potts. He wants a Gym Heroes split and 2 151 surprise. Here you go. So I think there's 2 spots left in the Gym Heroes, guys. Mark Potts. Grading a one-of-a-kind card is kind of pointless. It's the only one. Yeah. I mean, it's cool if it gets a 10, but yeah, he's kind of right. It's going to go for a good amount of money, whether it gets a 9 or an 8 or a 7 or a 6 or any of those. But obviously a 9's higher than a 8 if it gets a 9. So here it is, the expensive booster. You got one 10 days ago. Nice. And you're just wondering if you can show your brother your booster pack. Is that right? I mean, what's the name on the bag? Okay, we're going to grab... By the way, let's go ahead and pull this to the front. All right, now we're going to grab 2 of these for Mark Potts. Never mind, just show my bag if you can. like 10 days ago. What is the name on the bag? All right. John Vasquez. That's what I would have guessed. I just figured I'd ask before I go hunting. Here's Alakazam. Whoa. That's pretty good. And Hitmonchan. Not bad, Mr. Mark. 1 pack, one. Actually, it was 2 packs. 2 packs, 1 Alakazam. You're making it look easy, Mr. Mark. All right. Just imagine a black 1 of 1 label. That'd be cool. That would definitely sell for some good money. Dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. All right, so he says his brother is watching. Here you go, John Vasquez. That's what a pack of tops looks like. You got Iruka Umino. All right, cool, bro. There it is. Hit rewind if you need to show him, all right? Put that back in there. How full is this? That's from 425. This is from 225. Here's an expired bag. I start to look for expired bags when the box is really full and there's no more room anymore. All right. Dooba-dooba-doo-doopy-dooby-doo. Dooba-doo. Scooba-doo-dooby-doo. We have some orders from Nicholas Pacheco. Nicholas says, bag sort for 3 bags. All right, Nicholas Pacheco. Doing a bag sort, everybody. Oops, give me a second. My brother and I said thank you. No problem, man. Appreciate you guys hanging out. You actually have 4 bags. All right, good. So you have a total of 4 bags. And let me move these over here. So this is called a bag sort. There you go. What do you got? Junk. Junk. That's cool. Cool, 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 cool. It's kind of like junk. Junk. These are cool, 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 cool. You got Kurin Hai. You got Chidori. You got some stuff, bro. Here's Itachi Uchiha. We got Sasuke. Man, don't show my wife these cards. She loves a Naruto. She's a big Naruto nerd. All right, so that's bag number 1. Clearly, you wanted to see some grades here. Looks like you had purchased some grades on some of these cards. You are? All right. All right, that's baggy number 1. Doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie. Would be fun to see open. When the check hits, you know, I need some packs. Sounds cool, man. All right, so we got a 5 of 5. That's good. Here's a 1 in 25, Mr. Gara. You got some blank packs. Hiruzen. Yeah, these are cool, man. We've opened up a lot of Topps Naruto. Kind of crazy. There you go. There's your 1 of 1. The End of Tears. Kind of crazy. We've pulled 2 1 of 1s out of these now. Tsunade. Here's a Itachi Uchiha. There you go. I think Kara said Itachi Uchiha is really popular because he's such a bad guy or something like that. Doobie 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 doo. It looks like the Gym Heroes might be done. We just have to confirm it. I just received 2 more spots for that. All right. There we go. So this bag's pretty full now. I'm going to go put this back in here. Nicholas Pacheco, next bag. So these are kind of cool. They're stickers. This is kind of like junk. Junk in the trunk. That's cool. This is cool. This is like junk. Junk, junk, junk. I consider EXs to basically be junk. I consider these hollows mostly junk. Junk, junk, junk. Junk, 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 junk. You got some hollows here. They're pretty much junk. This is a packet of junk. All right, these are cool. Boofalot, the boof. We've got some cards from the Nintendo Game Pack. They're good if they could grade 10. Otherwise, I would call them junk, but it depends on if they can grade 10. Here's a nice stamp. Here's a nice Blastoise, I almost called him Bowser. Because we were dealing with Mario, right? Okay. Nothing crazy popping out of here. This one's an SR. He's kind of nicer. I like these Awaken cards a lot. Here's an SR. Some EXs. Here's an SR. EX. That's an energy card. It shouldn't even be in there. Okay, okay, okay. Lots of Dragon Ball. Here's a Pecharunt Altart. That's cool. Another SR. Another Awaken card. Here's a Reshiram, Stoutland, Hollows. We got the Crow. Heat more, heat less. SR. There we go. So you got a whole packet of like rare cards here. Now you got your last bag, right? A lot of hollows going in here. Can you see if my second order went through? I saw it as pending. Let me hit refresh on it. Okay, Miss Diane, on my side, it still says pending. It says pending. I don't know if that means maybe there's like one more button you need to hit to activate it. I've seen that before. It is a lot of hollows. A lot of hollows. So those are like the gem standard hollows. They're basically bulk, right? They're basically bulk. It's just an EX. The Miss Magus is a hit, though. Bulk, 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 bulk. You got some cards. You could use them for trading into any trade breaks that you like, okay? Ooh, the Snorlax is nice. More hollows, more hollows, more hollows. So check it out. You got this whole stack of stuff that really, it will be hard for you to sell it and make much money because they don't make a lot of money. Now, and then over here, you got your good stuff. There's your good stuff. The stuff that's good. A lot of Pokemon ARs in there. Some unusual stuff, too. And some Dragon Ball. You like Dragon Ball, so lots of Dragon Ball. There we go. Put those together. Put the square cuts together. All right. You see it? Now you see it. Let's move this like here. So all of these are together. And then let's put this up into here. There you have it. Nicholas Pacheco. Nice little bag sort. We could call this your hits bag. How was that? Was that fun? Did you like seeing all your stuff? So we'll just call that hits real fast. And we'll place this over here. These are the non-hollow Mario cards. Thanks, mister. Appreciate it. I'll be grading that Snorlax for sure. He's great. Yeah, he's a good one. Now, with all this other stuff, we're going to start piling them in here. You'd be surprised how many cards you pick up really are just sort of like the stuff you wouldn't want to spend 30 bucks grading, or like the stuff that you wouldn't even want to waste time trying to sell them one at a time on eBay because you're going to make like 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? Like you might as well just clock into work at that point. So a lot of cards are like that. All right. Creating a new bag for you. So we got a couple smaller bags. Nothing wrong with having a bunch of small bags. Okay. Good. I'm ready to move on to the next order now. Mister, thanks. I appreciate it. I'll be grading the Snorlax. There we go. And you've got your hits bag going right here. Can that Pikachu sticker be graded? Yeah, actually he can. He can totally be graded. That is a Topps Merlin sticker, and PSA grades those. Now, the tough part is PSA doesn't tend to hand out 10s to those because they tend to be off-center, or they have a print line in them, or they got a bad corner quite frequently. But if it does grade 10, it's probably worth up to $800 even. I wouldn't say $800. I'd say it's worth like $200 in a 10. I bet you could probably get it to sell for $200. Cody, Gym Heroes Booster, you got it, Mr. Cody. Cody. His name is Cody. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got you, man. Please, sir is my father's name. Call me mister. You should offer life insurance shipping, because if I passed away, my wife and son wouldn't know to get my stuff from you. Wow, I would not even think of that. My mind is pretty far away from death. What I would do, it wouldn't cost you any money. I would just tell your wife that you have cards with me, and then she can just come over and request them. That's the way to do it, okay? All right, Cody. So this has to add up to 11 to go off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's it. That's it. The gym break is done. The Gym Heroes break, I should say, because we do actually have these things called gym breaks. Get comfy, everybody. That is it. Set this here. How would he know if you died? Yeah, that's a very good point. I wouldn't know if you died. Someone would have to tap me on the shoulder and tell me. So you have to have it activate from your side. Here we are. Like if I die, Karis knows to get all my money out of my accounts, and she knows to withdraw my PSA slabs. Here we are. When I die, bury me inside Gucci store. What? All right. So look at this guy. He used to be hung up on the shelf, presumably. Hopefully he's a heavy. Thank you, everyone, for taking a risk on this pack tonight. Even if it's not a heavy, and it's frequently not, even if it's not a heavy, maybe we can pull you a Pikachu or a Ghastly or a Haunter or something good. Get this out of my eyes. If you're able to cancel the order on your end. I don't think it's... well, here, wait a second. Let me see for you, okay? Let me log into PayPal. It's usually ran through PayPal, so let's see what I can learn about it from my side real fast. Sometimes it's just that the website didn't actually place the order. Yes, so on my side, the order has never been placed. That's the way it looks. Why don't you log into your account and see if the order was ever placed? Let me just double check. Yes, so Miss Diane, we have your order for $560, and then we have no more orders from you after that. So I suspect it's the case that the website never actually sent the order at all. It's like a suspended, it's like in a cart almost, you know what I mean? That's what I believe has happened here. There's no order at all from you. Will Quip take over like Erica Kirk? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she will. All right, back to it. So I was preparing this. If I died, would she take over as the Pokey host? I would be happy if she did, because it's a great job. I don't think she'd do it though. I think she would be traumatized by me passing away. So I think she would be genuinely traumatized. And then she would just want all the Pokemon cards to be sold and to forget about it, probably. Here it is. I don't know how she'd handle me passing away. Karis, Quip and I don't have a lot of friends. We are. We hang out with each other. That's it. So she would be very quickly very lonely. This. All right. All right. All right. Give me a number. Trauma is good. It builds character. Yeah, that's right. Well, it makes you an artist, right? How can you be an artist with no trauma in your life? You can't. All right. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could be like a corporate artist where they play your music at coffee shops, like, or at Target or Starbucks. Here you go. Oh, let's open this up now. Ugh, what a weird pack. Okay, there we go. Well, that's splitting real nice. Well, the good news is it seems like an authentic pack. How many from the back do you think it is to the hollow? 3? It's an 11 card break. Okay. I actually do not know how many from the back for this one. Mark Potts is up, though. You're going to pull an uncommon, Mr. Mark. Okay. Oh, you get the energy card. Ew! I'm sorry, Mark. That sucks. This is a Gym Heroes. Does anybody remember how many from the back? Maybe AI knows. Sorry, Mark. Energy. That sucked, didn't it? How many cards from the back until we run into the rare card when it comes to Pokemon Vintage Gym Heroes? Searching web. Let's see. I think it's suggesting the very next card is the rare card. I don't know. I guess let's leave it up. All right. Jonathan Sylvester. So let me do this. We'll place this here. You might have just pulled the rare, Mr. Jonathan. And now let's see who's after that. Jesse Salinas, huh? Let's see what this is. So if that was the rare, this is an uncommon. That doesn't actually solve the question. See, that could be an uncommon. And then this would be uncommon number 2. So it'd be, oh, man. I actually don't know. Let fate decide. All right, AI said it was the next card right after the energy. That's what AI said. I don't know if I can trust AI. I ought to have like a cheat book, like a notebook that tells me this stuff that I can reference. To guide lives we see. It is. Okay. Jesse Salinas. Daniel Petit. So this is what, number 3 from the back? Erica's Perfume for Daniel. Okay, Daniel. Here's Daniel Petit. Batier. Thank you, Daniel. 2 trainers. Was that 2 trainers in a row? Ugh. And now, Dennis Chantavong. So this could be the rare. I don't know if it is. Dang, dude, I almost want to say this is the rare based on the coloring of the border. Dennis Chantavong, did you pull the rare? Boom, that's the rare. All right, so it was energy card and then a couple uncommons followed by the rare. So this is a light pack. Dennis Chantavong shall pull 1 Sabrina's Venomoth. All right. Well, so now we can reveal this guy. That's a bummer that we didn't know the exact number. It's more fun when you don't know. Ooh, Misty's Polyworld. That's cool. Jonathan Sylvester, Misty's Polyworld. Now, Jonathan, I don't remember if you had a bag. Let's see. I don't remember if he has a bag. Ah, yes, he does. It is a little bit of an old bag. I better mark that he was here recently. You need to ship or update the bag for $5. I better mark that he was here as recently as 3.26 because I don't want to run into a scenario where I believe it's an abandoned bag. I got here in time, says Tyler. Hey, what's up, Tyler? All right, cool, man. Here's Jonathan Lewandowski, another Jonathan. 2 different Jonathans. Boom. Trash exchange. Ugh. A lot of trainers, unfortunately. Let's see, not in here. How about in here? How about that? Ah. Nothing too crazy. Busy, busy work day. Finally get out. I don't know who wrote this music, but this is catchy as hell, man. Here's Cody Sebring. All right, Cody. So now you will be praying for a cool card. Shazam! Sabrina's Venonat. Exactly what you weren't hoping for. Venonat's never been an easy card to move. He's a tough one. I'm sorry, Cody. All right. So far, so decent. You know who might be interested in the Venonat? The person who pulled the Venomoth. Here's Dennis Chantavong. So he has another card, and it is... Ooh, Lieutenant Surge's Spiro. Nice. All right, Dennis. Mr. Dennis. Let's see. Dylan, Dominic. I'm looking for a Dennis Chantavong bag. Maybe a new bag for Mr. Dennis. New bag time. So he's got the Venomoth. It was him, right? Yes, sir. He's got the Venomoth and he's got the Spiro. Let's go ahead and give him some bulk. Would you buy Cheetozard? If he was cheap enough. I mean, he's such a strange item, isn't he? I like the fun of it, but I don't like the price on it. I think the price on it's pretty absurdly high. I had an old bag. An old bag. How old? Super old, like a million. Denise, Dennis, Dominic, Drew, Dylan. Let me double check, okay? Here's a D overflow. Danny, Daniel, Dylan. Douglas. Who the heck is Douglas? Like a Doug with less. All right. Ooh. Under a year, huh? Probably still here then, huh? Was it a bag with cards in it, or was it just slab stuff? Dennis Chantavong. There it goes. All right. Oh, and let's create an age for this. We're going to start saying 426. Hey, it's almost April. You know, my birthday is April 3rd. And I turn a whopping 37 years old. Here's Jonathan Sylvester. So he's got Brock's Vulpix. That's pretty nice, actually. All right. I like the Brock's Vulpix. John Reagan. Jonathan Sylvester. Joe Rogan. I turned 33 on the 1st. We got birthdays 2 days away. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday to us. What do you like to do for your birthday, Mr. Aovic? I like to mope around. Here's Andy Valdez. Oh, Mr. Andy, you shouldn't have. All right, Andy Valdez. Aha. Literally nothing. Yeah, I like to go, oh, I'm a year older. Maybe I should eat cake. No, I'm a fat ass. I can't eat it. Here's Cody. Pick it up. Blaine's Gamble. All right, so it's a pretty typical pack. Nothing crazy. We weren't crushing it in that pack, I'd say. So it's time to try a new vintage pack after that one. We pulled a pretty nice Sabrina's Venomoth, though, so that's nice. What's cool is there is no holographic version of that card. It's only a non-holo rare. So it's a unique card in the set, meaning even if you collect all the holos, you still have to collect the non-holos because they're all unique artworks. So that's neat. Let me go mark the break as completed in the... It's already 7:46? What? How does the time fly? Crazy, man. So over here, we're going to say number 2, Gym Heroes Unlimited Split. Ended at 1:34. Oops, 1:34 minutes. All right. Cool, bro. Thank you, Cody. Sorry about the tough round. Jaded. 1 Pokey Shuffle for Jaded. These cards in a 10 aren't too bad. They really aren't. Eat some good food. Something like that. All right. One Grimer. One Grimer. Oh my, that's a cold one for Jaded. Cold one. All right, what do we got going on now? Remember, ZELLE, it works, but you have to send me a picture of what you bought because their email's not working. Not good news for ZELLE. They got to fix that real fast. Reliability is important, you know. We got one, we got two, we got three. Hi, Kevin. This honestly ought to go on eBay. The Charizard breaks back here. How did the Charizard break get back here? And the Lego break. How did all these breaks get back here? They shouldn't be back here. Two Charizards there, huh? I think I know how they got back here. We put them in that pile during the morning stream, didn't we? All right, there we go. Spread these out a little more. Oops. Oh, yeah, we were doing this, weren't we? Before I started noticing all the breaks were lost. They were in the lost zone. All right, let me take a picture of these. We have some rare, expensive cards, but it's like Geodude in Persian. And people go, I don't want Geodude in Persian. I don't want Fearow. You got any Pikachus? You got any Charizard? That's how it really goes when you're selling cards. All right. Good. Very nice. Happy Tuesday. It's Trading Tuesday when you can trade your cards. We have a Nicholas Pacheco $9 order, and it says pre-grade for Shiny Snorlax, Rockets Murkrow, and Lipard. Rockets Murkrow? Oh no, we're gonna have to hunt that down. That's gonna take a while. Lipard AR. Oh wait, maybe this Murkrow? Oh, okay, cool, no problem. I thought that was like the reverse holo you wanted. No problem, bro. Shiny Snorlax. All right, we got 3 pre-grades in queue. Sorry, 14 a slot. Is that breakthrough pack $14? Yes, 14 per spot. That's correct. It works exactly on the same design as what we just did. So this is 14, and there's 10 cards in it. All right, get ready, bro. Here goes. Your card's out right away. I don't know what that is. Look at that. Some kind of manufacturing mistake. That's too bad. All right, so some guys get really good at fixing cards, but you know what? When I'm looking at this card, it's also thin left to right. So the right side is thin. Good thing you got the little pre-grade instead of just sending it right out. That's $5. Lipard. How's Lipard doing? It is a bummer, though, seeing your best pull do that. Ooh, this is nice. So don't bother with Beckett. I think you have a shot at a 10 on this one with PSA and maybe tag. Yeah, I'd say tag PSA is fine for the Lipard. And now Murkrow. Slightly thinner on the bottom. Cleaner edge. Just one little smirk right there on the edge, huh? Might have a chance at the pristine if it didn't also have the off-centering, right? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I would just give this one a 10. I wouldn't mess around with considering it pristine. I think it's ever so slightly off center top to bottom, and then I think it has just one little dimple on the bottom. You can still mess around with the pristine grade with Tag. So Tag also hands out a pristine, but I doubt it'll give it to that card. There you have it. So we're looking at 2 10s and 1 very nasty 5. All right, pre-grade coming in handy on that Snorlax. There we go. Now, Mr. Nicholas, let's place your bag right over here. What pack or slab break do you have, Mr. Pack or slab break? We got all kinds of slab breaks. Here's one of the closest ones. This Noctowl has 3 spots left. It's a Pokemon Center AR. Those Pokemon Center cards are doing well. But if you prefer others, we've got this shiny Charizard. He's 5 out of 16. And we've also got this lovely Tyranitar, who is 5 out of 19. So we got all kinds of stuff running. But those are the 3 Pokemon cards. Pretty cool stuff. Really neat. Oops. Okay. Oh, and also the new Mega. This is a big deal. Mega Raquaza. Hard to pull him, though. Your odds are low. Now we have an order over here from Miss Diane. She says 10 Merlin stickers, and then 2 of the Merlin sticker number 2s, and then 2 of the Merlin sticker number 3s, and then a box of the Korean Mega Dream. Whoa, this is a complex order. You got it. All right, well, let's start here with the Korean Mega Dream. Here it is. Okay, and it opens at the top. Is that right? Okay. Can I do 2 boxes of the 151 Journey with the credit? 2 boxes of 151 Journey. They're 60 each. Oh, 151 Journey. Is that what they are? Let me see. Give me a second. If that's what it says. Journey, $4. I would be, maybe it is. Is it 15 in a box? Let's see. 4 times 15. Yeah, they might be $60 each. You might be right. I didn't write the box price down because maybe I was unsure how many packs were in the box. It is, but that doesn't make sense because I would have just priced it. Toss this over here. All right. Here we are. 2 boxes of Journey. 2 boxes of Chef Boyardee. Snipping this. All right. Those Chinese exclusives are going for tons of money, and the packs are kind of affordable. So I think that that's a good place for us to dig around. Meow, meow. I think the one with the Mew in the back is in that one. It's a little green booster pack. It has like a green border. It's yellow and green. All right, good luck. Miss Diane, what do we got? So, you do have the walkie-talkie of doom. Sometimes the walkie-talkie kind of indicates that you've already pulled the hit. That's no good. But you also have a Maggot Cargo. Ooh. And Dark Duck Trio. I like calling it Dark Duck Trio. I think that's a really funny name. Here's Drakloak or something like that. So you just pulled your 3 ARs right away. And so here is Mewtwo. And another AR, or another double R. Here's, aha, Mega Brave. Whoa, all right. Here's some Hollows and a Mewtwo. Oh, yeah, we can open those journeys for you. Maybe you pull the chase card out of there. You know, we never did pull it. Would be interesting to see it pop out. Well, I like the way that looks. The rocket stamp, that looks nice. And that's why I think I'm going to end up buying a lot of Ascended Heroes over time, because similar to Destined Rivals, it's kind of a Team Rocket set, isn't it? It's like they added a bunch of Team Rocket cards in there that were meant to be in the first set, the Destined Rival set. I don't know. How are the slots for the Raquaza? Don't get the numbers. Oh, it's because it's showing you two options that you have. You can buy in for 20 bucks or 200 bucks. 20 bucks or 200 bucks. Let's see. The sub list is 110 for slot into the actual break. That's a total of 11 people in it. All right, so there you have it. We are. I think it is kind of a rough box this time. You got Mega Brave, obviously, and the walkie-talkie of doom. But you're going to get these lovely Merlin stickers, and I think they're going to be pretty nice. So Merlin stickers, here is Merlin sticker 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. So that's 10 of those. And now you need 2 of the blue ones and 2 of the golden ones. All right. Here they are, Miss Diane. They're 30 pence. 30 pence? Imagine if you could go back in time and buy Pokemons at the, you know, like at the peak of cheapness. How rich you'd be today. All right. Shazam. I'm going to store this over here from now on. All right, good. So you guys might have noticed these are a lot more expensive. They're just a lot more rare. And these guys especially right here are desirable. They give you a chance for a holographic Charizard. I hope you pull one, Miss Diane. All right, we'll start with the Merlin ones. This is a treat because you get to see a vintage sticker set. Now, these are on the menu for $9, aren't they $9? They're either 9 or 10. You can find them on the website, too. You're looking for, in my opinion, the Gengar. The Gengar, there's a lot of good pulls in here, but the Gengar is the top pull. Like, look at this. See this Zapdos? He can actually be graded. Every single card in here can be graded. And so if you happen to get that Zapdos to grade 10, I mean, you're looking at a vintage Zapdos 10. Why does the Raquaza alt do it, but the Japanese worth 7 grand? Probably because they printed not enough of it in Japanese. Probably all it comes down to. Probably a lot more rare in Japanese. Here's Jesse James. Okay, a little bit of a simple pack. Did you buy the silver dip? Oh, yeah, I saw somebody came in at the beginning of the morning stream. Somebody pops in and they cancel their slab away on the golden gram I was selling. How about that? And I was like, oh, my God. And then I went and I looked, and gold was down like 13%. Look, gold is down 13%. So I repriced this down. But he canceled the slab away, and he was like, well, you know, I had to have my money back. You know, he's like, I had other commitments. I was like, yeah. All right, let's see the silver. It happens. It's not a big deal. He can just say, like, I don't like the price of it. It's okay to say that. Silver price crashed today. Let's see. Let's just see what the silver price today is. Silver price today. Silver price today is at what? $74. Wow, it is down a lot. It reached a high of 114 on January 29th, 2026. And notably, I didn't buy any of it. I said, no silver for me. And I'm glad I didn't buy any of it. That would have been rough. That would have been a tough move. Already back up to 74. It is. I don't think silver and gold are a terrible thing to buy. I just think that Pokemon is much more interesting to me. I understand it better. It's my favorite thing. So I think for me, it's just always going to be collectibles. And silver and gold, you know, that's like a realm where guys who already have a ton of money are kind of living. And they already understand the markets. They have the advantage. I don't have any advantages in the silver and gold market. But there's institutions that have huge advantages. I don't really want to play against them. Here in the Pokemon card market, no one's really got an advantage. It's just everybody's hoping to get some product, and then it's just like a rough seas the whole way. We are. Ooh. again, with the silver isn't doing good. It's up like 200% the last couple months. I'm not trying to create a narrative around silver too strongly. I'm just saying that I don't want to do silver. I do really well in Pokemon, and I don't have any advantages when I sell silver. We are. I don't think you can compare Pokemon and silver either. Pokemon beats everything right now. Pokemon's beating NVIDIA, as crazy as that sounds. But yeah, Pokemon's not even coming close. So I was very lucky to mostly just buy Pokemon. Here we are. And hold it. It's hard to hold stuff. It's hard to hold stuff even when it's doing really well. Wow, look at this, guys. Look at this Scyther. Isn't that amazing? Look at how shiny it is. Now, if this graded 10, this one I bet sells between 200 to 400. That's my bet, Sarah. So it's kind of weird that it just comes out of a little $10 or $9 packet. All right. Yeah, I don't have a strong narrative around silver and gold. I actually have silver and gold. I just mostly do Pokemon. I think Pokemon's way underpriced, whereas silver and gold has a bunch of big institutions have already bought it. And so they're just waiting for someone else to kind of, you know, help them be able to sell out of their positions if they want to sell. Right? Like, why do you think there was a big dip after it spiked to 114? Well, that's all the hodlers are selling, including maybe institutional guys. Now, look at this Growlithe. His centering actually looks pretty decent. He might be a 10. If you get a 10 on this Growlithe, you for sure could sell that, I bet, for like 65 to 70 bucks. So, yeah, I think these stickers, what I ought to do one day, I ought to take a box of the stickers for myself and do one round of PSA sticker grading, and then just have a whole bunch of stickers come back from PSA for a while. Because I don't sell any of these stickers, but I should. I actually forget about them. How's the headache? Oh, man, it was so bad this morning. I call it the Wegovy headache because I think very strongly I think it's related to Wegovy. Look at that Snorlax. Ooh. All right. I felt it for a second just a minute ago, but it's gone again. You are? Very good. It was so bad by the end of the morning time stream. I was like in searing pain, but I didn't want to say so because I didn't want to ruin the mood. I was so happy when that stream was done. I was dying to end the stream. I ended it at the 2-hour mark, even though we usually go for like 3 hours. So I just ended it as soon as we hit 2 hours. I was like, I'm out of here. Then I laid down on the couch for a while, and then I went for a nice walk outside, and all of a sudden I felt way better. Here's Pikachu and Ash. Are you on Wegovy? I got on Wegovy 3 weeks ago, and I'm just sharing my experiences about it. This, oh yeah. All right, look at that. Those look fantastic. I'm loving these. Do you have any Pokemon Stadium poker cards for sale? Mr. Milo, I might have another one, yes. I might have another Stadium Pokemon poker card for sale somewhere. I got some I could show you that would make your head spin. If you stick around, I could show you. I keep some of them for myself, you know, so I don't sell 100% of them. And so I kept a Charizard and a couple Evolutions for myself. Which sticker set is this? This is the ever so popular Merlin sticker set. It's called Pokemon Merlin. I think it's $9 a pack. I can't remember. Every time I open this, I swear there's people who go, hey, man, those are pretty cool. I'm going to open a couple of those. But look at this. We got, oh, baby, look at that Ditto. I hear Ditto's going for good money these days. Have you guys heard about that? So Ditto, because of Pokopia, Ditto cards are now a little more desirable. It's too late to make that move in the market, though, because I looked at Dittos this morning, all overpriced, all way overpriced. Luckily, I have a couple more of those, what are they called? They're the Korean Dittos. They were exclusive cards for Korea, and so I'm glad I have at least a couple of those. But yeah, all the Ditto cards on the market, way overpriced. They're probably at the peak of where they're going to be, and it's going to take a while for them to creep back down. Probably they'll creep back down when people are tired of Pokopia. But I think at this point, with Pokopia and Detective Pikachu, I think they're trying to establish Ditto as one of those more popular Pokemon, you know? They're giving him a lot of attention, a lot of story. Here's Sadok. I saw the video of the Kabutops Hoarder. Is there a spike in those now? Kabutops Hoarder. I'm not sure what video you're referring to. Mr. Mike Side posts videos for me, and I don't always know what he posts because I don't watch every single one of them. He said Kabutops Hoarder. Oh, Kabuto King, is that what you mean? I don't know what he means, actually. Ryan says, are you on Wegovy or however you spell it? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I'm also thinking of getting on it. So a part of you resists getting on it because you're worried about getting judged as like giving up or something. But ultimately, in the end, I don't feel that way about it. I've been married to Karis for a while now, and she's just skinny all the time, and I'm just always gaining a little bit of weight all the time. And she just eats anything she wants, and she never gains weight, ever. She never gains weight. She doesn't diet. She doesn't have a special exercise. She doesn't count calories. She doesn't worry about it. She's just always skinny. And I know what's going on. She just has a different brain chemistry than me. So that's kind of the way I see it. So with Wegovy, I'm hoping it's going to change my brain chemistry just enough that I eat a little less. That's all I want. I don't want a massive change. I'm pretty close to break even anyways on my daily consumption. But I gain about one pound a month. That's my problem. I gain about 1 pound a month, and I've been doing that for years. And so I just always eat a little bit too much. And so I think if Wegovy can slow that down by a little bit, that's fantastic. So that's how I think about it. The other problem for Wegovy is you have to pay for it. Now, if you've got like a heart disease or diabetes, your insurance will cover it if you have insurance, which some people don't. If you don't have insurance, you just have to buy it outright, or if they won't cover it. So for me, they wouldn't cover it because I don't have diabetes and I don't have a heart condition. They go, well, then we won't cover it for you. So they don't want to pay for it. They want you to almost be dead before they pay for it. They go, you got to be dying first. Oh, you got a hollow back there. I hope it's good. Here's Ash Ketchum and Bulbasaur. These are much more expensive booster packs. This is Merlin 2 that we're opening. And you can see the cards look really cool. And they just cost way more here. Ooh, Ash holding Voltorb. That's cool, man. I've actually got that one in a 10. I don't know if it's sold yet. I might still have it. I think it's in the, I think this one is in the vault. Sheesh, 1 pound a month. Yeah, I maybe that's a lot. I don't know. But so that's like 12 pounds a year. And it all just kind of adds up over time. We are. Here's Ditto. And here's Pichu and Bulbasaur. All right. So anyways, I'm just hoping to reverse that. I'm hoping to slow that down. And, you know, when you're doing that and you only weigh like 220, it's not a big deal to gain, you know, a little bit each month. Ooh, all right. So here are your Merlin 3s. Now, this will be the next gen. This is Gen 2, right? Spelled Kabuto wrong. Wishing you best on the journey. Thanks, man. So what we found is the new Trump RX website helps you get the Wegovy cheaper. It was like $200 for me. And I'm on the lowest possible dose, the 0.25 grams. And it was pretty, actually, it was a little scary when I got it because I wanted to try it. But when I actually had it in my hand, it was like, oh, do I really want to inject this into myself? You know, because you hear about the potential side effects, including gastroparesis. That's where I guess, like your stomach stops digesting food. So that's a little scary. So you have to get past the concerns that you might be one of those unlucky 1%ers that has a serious side effect, because some people do. And I was on the lowest dose, and so far I've been okay. There have been side effects, but they have not been like super dangerous. Ooh, look at this, Togepi. One thing I noticed is my stomach is really full at night when I'm trying to sleep, and this can cause me to have heartburn. And so that's a big issue. So heartburn at night. It did not lower my appetite. I still crave food all the time. However, it makes it so that if I actually eat the way I used to eat, I get like sick. So it's like I know if I eat, I'm going to feel terrible. So that's kind of the way it's working for me. It doesn't make me feel like I don't want something delicious. It actually just makes me afraid I'm going to feel like I'm sick or ill afterwards. And that can actually help you stop eating. It kind of makes me go, you know, maybe I'm just going to stop here because I don't want to feel like terrible all night long. So the heartburn at night is pretty serious because you'll like burp in your sleep and it'll just be like really severe heartburn instantly, like in the middle of the sleep, so bad it wakes you up right away. So that's been probably the hardest side effect. The other really bad side effect are these migraines I'm getting, and they're in my neck. I get migraines in my neck. And I don't know, they're just really strong. Might be because my sleep's interrupted. All right, there we go. Yeah, my sleep gets interrupted. So the trick for me is, in order to have a good night's rest, I can't eat much of a dinner. And that's the trick. There we go. Other than that, no other serious side effects. They're pretty manageable, believe it or not. If I make that sound really bad, it's not. I can manage those side effects pretty well. And oh, I love this music, but I can't play this. That music is copyrighted. Yeah, I noticed I am eating less. I am eating less for sure. And one of the surest signs is we bought a box of cookies the other day, and now it's like 2 days later, and I've eaten like 2 cookies in 2 days, and that's it. I'm such a big eater. I could consume the whole box in one night, and or I can consume it in 2 nights pretty easily. So I'm not trying to stop myself from eating anything. I'm just eating however I feel like. I'm not doing any self-control or supposed self-control. I'm just eating whatever I feel like eating. And I naturally did not want to finish off a box of cookies. So that is one of the surest signs that it's actually working. It's like, dang, dude, I don't crave this because I'll feel sick if I eat it. It didn't work the way I expected it to. People talk about like the new food noise reduction. I have none of that. I have plenty of food noise. I think about food constantly. And it's followed up by how bad do you want to feel after you're done eating this? So that's what's working, I guess, for me. It's punishing me pretty badly when I eat. All right, Miss Diane. Thanks so much. Baggie number 1600. Eat natural food, not processed junk. Oh, yeah, I agree. Today, for lunch, we had a Caesar salad. It's just like a Walmart Caesar salad. And then we had rice and chicken breast. Rice and chicken breast. Yesterday, I had a whole bowl of chicken thigh, and I ate that with lentils. So we're doing our best. And I took a walk today. So we had about a 30-minute walk in the park in the perfect weather. It wasn't a very high-velocity workout or anything like that, but, it just burns a little calories. Some of it is uphill, so I did work up a good sweat. And that's it. I'm not looking for any kind of extreme approach to anything. I don't like that idea. I'm looking for something that I can actually just like a routine almost. A routine that won't drive me crazy or that I won't quit. So I'm looking for something that lasts forever. Thanks. I'm going to put in for some more Merlin ones. Ooh, okay, Merlin ones. Yeah, the Merlin ones give you the shot for the Gengar. Yum, that lab chicken is crazy, though. Lab chicken? What? What are you talking about, lab chicken? Nicholas Pacheco says, send the Rocket Murkrow Lipard for tag grading. Send the Pikachu Merlin to PSA. All right, you got it. Good luck, Pikachu. And then he said, Rocket Murkrow and Lipard for tag grading. We got a 1 here. Where'd he go? Oh, here it is. Haha. Look up the videos lab grown versus real. Oh, you're talking about the, what do they call that meat? The impossible meat or something like that? Fake meat. Here we are. Yeah, lentils and chicken thigh yesterday. Some chicken breast and rice today. Homemade. I haven't had dinner. It's actually going to be 8:30 when I eat dinner, so I got to eat light. It's like I was saying, if I eat too much, I will end up with very bad heartburn when I go to sleep if I do. And then I will burp in my sleep, and it's almost like throwing up in your mouth. That's not normal for me. I never did that before. It's almost certainly the Wegovy. The Wegovy's causing that. I know it because the Wegovy will cause my stomach to feel really full, and then I will get burps later, and I'm like, damn, dude. Like the food's taking too long to digest kind of feeling. Oh, hold on. Let's make some more. All right. All right. Drop this in here. Give me a moment. All right. We'll write your name here. So this goes to PSA. Okay. So, and let's grab this. So now that Karis and I are done watching the One Piece live action, what should we watch next? Do you guys want me to rate it? Do you guys want me to give a rating to it? There it is. And here we are. So now these go off to tag. Nicholas Pacheco. Yes, yes. Me. All right. So we're going to say tag. Pop this up here. Okay. Nicholas Pacheco. T. There it goes. There's a lot of moments in the show that feel kind of like it's too much of a kid's show, but then it will mix in like bloody violence, which they didn't fully commit to. You guys notice that? So there will be like blood, but it would just be like a little bit of blood, but it'd be like implying, oh yeah, people are really getting hurt here. And then one of the more interesting things is that they would drop like the S word a lot. So they'll drop some foul language in the show all over the place. And I felt like the foul language was kind of out of place. Either fully commit to being an adult TV show or fully commit to it being family friendly. I feel like that was one of the mistakes they had. Is it was clearly made almost like for children, and yet they didn't want to fully make it for children, so they added a bunch of curse words. I was like, I don't know. They either could have gotten rid of all the curse words and gotten rid of the remaining amount of blood, which it wasn't much, just a little bit here and there, or they should have gone full in for it being rated R and just had full cursing and true like death, blood, gore, kind of like The Boys, right? So I felt like they were on the fence on that, like they weren't sure which direction to go with that. And then there were just a lot of moments where they're kind of talking up how good piracy is, like, oh yeah, pirates. And I couldn't help but think, like, you've kind of hijacked the word, because pirates are just people who go and steal. Pirates are criminals. And so they've kind of hijacked the word and turned it into their own thing. Like, it's an adventurer who does good for the people. That's not a pirate. It's like if I was trying to call myself a murderer, but being a murderer means going around and helping people because I'm a virtuous person. It's like, that's not a murderer. So that I found that hard to sort of swallow, because I actually do know what the word pirate means. And they're trying to turn it into their own thing. But the word pirate existed before the show. It outdates the word. The word pirate is a real historical term that comes from the real world. So they can't just sort of co-opt it and be like, it actually means I got to be strong for my friends. Which there was a lot of that, because it's a Japanese anime. I got to be strong. Chensek Vong, pre-grade the Love Ball Psyduck. You got it, man. All right, Love Ball Psyduck. Oh, that's Chris. I don't think Chase bought hundreds of millions of dollars worth of metal to do gotcha moment to people who bought it 100. Let's see. Oh, you're talking about silver? Here you go. I see what you're saying. You're responding to something I said earlier about the silver. I was saying in the world of silver, there's a lot of big institutions who have a lot of money invested in silver, and they have control of the production of silver, and they have a control of the perception of silver, meaning that they can tell the media what to say, right? That's kind of true, right? Like there's people who are up in charge, and they might actually own, here it is, they might actually own silver and have contacts in the media, traditional media. So there's large powers at play, including the banks, right? Banks and industry who have an interest in how silver and gold turn out. Top to bottom, he's 2 off center for a 10. He will fail top to bottom off centering. Let's flip him around. His bottom 2 corners are not perfect either, so that's a double whammy. This card, I'm going to label it a 9. There we go. So my point is that in the realm of silver and gold, I'm just a tadpole. I'm a small fish in a big, precious metals tank. And I think that they are traditional old stores of value that are recognized around the world. So they're kind of like a global currency, kind of like what Bitcoin wants to be. Bitcoin wants to be a digital version of that, but they're the true version of that, right? They're a global currency. But buying and selling currencies as a form of investment really implies that you're betting on other currencies either rising or collapsing. So in other words, you're betting on, like the dollar collapsing and world instability. I'm not really in that world of investment. I'm not really betting against the United States losing to Iran and then the monetary system of the United States failing. I'm not into that. It's not my specialty. I don't have control over it, and I don't have any advantages. But silver and gold guys who have built up a huge position like a whale, and they have access to the levers of flow with whether they're buying it directly from the distributor or they own the production of silver, like they can mine for more of it. I don't have control over any of those things, and there are guys that do have control over it. That's why I consider real estate. I'm worried that robots are going to build real estate. Stocks, a little worried. I'm a little worried stocks are in a bubble because everyone's told they have to buy the 401k, so that we just keep pumping the stock market. And the U.S. government keeps printing debt to give to the stock market. So I'm a little worried about the stock market being a little overvalued. But also, I don't hate it. I actually like the stock market. It's my number 2. I think stocks are number 2 to Pokemon. And then there's precious metals, which is its own kind of thing. And I believe that's sort of like a monetary collapse, global currency. Okay, so you have to believe that the world's going to collapse. You have to believe that the US dollar is going to collapse to buy it, to see that big return, that big times 10 return. Excuse me. Then there's crypto. I think crypto is performing like a meme stock for the most part. Like, if you want to make good money in crypto, you have to bet on where the top and the bottom is. And if you can sell at the top and buy at the bottom, you win. Okay, and some guys do that, and I don't know how they do that, but I suspect a lot of people are just guessing, and I think that they get cooked sometimes. So they look like a genius when they do it right, and they get cooked when they lose. Collectibles is this other category of investment where I believe it's the thing people actually want in the world. So you want cars, you want a home. After that, what do you want? Collectibles, bro. Because millennials don't want the Mona Lisa. They want Versadish Charizard. So he's the new Mona Lisa. And that could be true for Goku. That can be true for Cloud and Lightning and Sephiroth. That can be true for Luffy and Nami. So people want the Mona Lisa after they're done buying a house and buying a car. And that's where collectibles come in. And I just thought that the Pokemon collectibles market was well underappreciated, and my bet on that was correct. So I'm not trying to win in the stock market, and I'm not trying to win in crypto, and I'm not trying to win in gold and silver. I'm just trying to obtain the best collectibles. And that has worked so stupendously well for me. It's shocking. Like, I bought this Gengar for $780, and he last sold for, what was it, like $30,000 or something? I just don't see those returns in silver or gold. I own some gold and I own some silver, but there's nothing like this one Gengar, just one card. He beats the entire amount of gold and silver, hand over fist. There's nothing like it. So that's why I love collectibles so much, but also because I understand it so well. So like, I know what all the big cards are. I can feel like the flow in the collectibles market. I can feel the slowdown. I can feel the speed up. I have like a day-to-day feel of it. Like, you know what I mean? So that's why I like it so much. I'm deep in it. Mr. Jaded 2 Fuji 1s. I have the advantage here. I don't have the advantage in anything else. I don't have the advantage in crypto. I don't have the advantage in the stock market. I have the advantage here because I understand what's going on. I can feel it. I know I can feel it. It's from doing it for like 13 hours a day for a long time. Like a video game you play too much. If you play a video game too much, what do you want to go into a tournament for? That game or a bunch of other games that you never play? It's got to be the one you're playing for 12 hours a day. That's the best one for you. We are. So if I was a guy who did investment banking all day, I'd just do stocks and private equity and all that. But I'm not an investment banker. I'm a Pokemon card shop. All right, so this is Fuji Volume 1, and it's pricey because it's old and it's got a lot of sexy waifus in it. But this round's going to be a little cold, Mr. Jaded. Just 2 packs, nothing crazy coming out. Doge was the best investment I ever made. Then my house. Yeah, exactly. Like, some people bought Bitcoin when it was $1, and now it's like, whatever it is, like $70,000. I mean, that beats Pokemon. That definitely beats Pokemon. But here's the problem with it today. That's the price it's at. You can't buy it at $1 now. And Pokemon will do the same thing. Pokemon will slow down too. All right, Mr. Jaded. Where are we hiding your bag, Mr. Jaded? Didn't I have you in your own box? Hold on, wait. No. Javier's got his own box. All right, give me a second. We're finding your bag. That's Jared. Taking a break from buying Pokies. Hey, what's up, Mr. Mark? Here's Jalen. Here's Jason. Here's Jay Sharp. Okay. Jacob. Did you already have a bag? Do we need to create a bag for you? Maybe you had a box. Omar, Diane. What am I missing, Mr. Jaded? Maybe you shipped. My own box. Oh, okay. So that's kind of what I suspected. Let's see. Maybe I'm going a little crazy. I didn't see you. Let me look again. I know you got a lot of stuff. Jason, Jalen, Jason, Jay Sharp. Why am I not seeing you? Oh, is it because I put you in this weird spot? I know what we did. We put you up top. There you go. Help me out with that next time so that I remember it, okay? So we put you up top. That's the keyword, okay? The keyword is up top. Got it. Ha-ha. Very nice. That was a new thing we did, wasn't it? We did that recently. All right, we got it. And he wants one more of the Fuji ones. Let me grab that for you real fast. I'll just get that done right now. I'll remember. Sweet. That's Fuji 2. Got a little bit of the Fuji 2 left, but we have no more sealed boxes of Fuji 2. Fuji 2 sealed boxes are sold out. How much higher can it go from there? Second born every minute, 30 count cardboard is crazy to me. Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think the money will go where people want it to go. And the question is, what do people want? And it's hard to say. But I think that clearly Pokemon cards were a great move from between 2019 till now. So if you'd done nothing but piled up on those, you'd have done very well. I don't know where it goes from here. You're right. I don't know if people will spend $30,000 on cards, but somebody is. Some guy is. It's a fascinating thing because if you own all the cards, you're the one who gets to make the social media content. So there is a certain return from the cards. Here it is. But we don't know how much higher it goes from here, right? Like Bitcoin hits 120K and then falls all the way back down to 70. Like, who's to say that can't happen for Pokemon, right? Here's Pikachu, and here's Charizard. All right. Take a picture of it and add it to your collection. Let's grab this. Miss Diane Bailey says 10 more of those Merlin stickers. I'm going to run out of Merlin stickers, Diane. You're eating all my stickers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got room for 4 more. Meaning of the story, people are very quick to say, hey, look at that. Drop 10% when it's up 5x. Here we are. Yeah, definitely. But gold's not up 5x though, right? Gold's up like, I don't know what gold's up by. Wow, we are actually running low on these. We are truly running low on the Merlin stickers. I used to have so much of this product, and it is being sold so fast. It's finally time. I have 4 boxes left. I used to have like 8 boxes. Why is that Charizard so affordable? I don't know. I guess for now we're going to stick to our price of $9. It does feel like it's about time to move it though to 10. We're moving it to 10. That your order will be the last $9 order. You know why? Because we're so close to moving it anyways. I think it's time. And this is a fresh box, you know. This is a fresh box. That's the trigger for the price change. All right. Here we go. So here we are. We're going to say 10 and update. I bought 1 ounce bars for 180. They were selling for 1,000. That's pretty close to 5 times. Here we are. Okay, so Topps Pokemon is updated, and now I'm going to go back to orders. Oh, my eye's burning. I get so many allergies. I swear, we should have like a city home for the winter and the spring because the allergies out here are so bad, dude. They're not like when you live in a city. The city, there's not as many trees. So the pollen per whatever cubic meter of air, I don't know what the term would be, square cubic meter. It's so bad out here compared to like when I lived in St. Troy. Okay, I did a reset on the phone just to make sure we're actually live. Are we live? Are we live? I need someone to respond before I start opening these. Can you hear me now? It's good now? Okay, good. I saw the lag spike come in. I wasn't sure if we fully disconnected. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here we are, 10 Diane Bailey Merlin stickers. All right, here goes. So she is looking for a Gengar. He's a great one. Oops. There we go. The Merlin sticker volume 1 is fun because you get so many stickers out of it. Like, look, she just got 2 Pikachus out of 1 pack. Not bad. They're also cheaper, but they're also more populated, meaning there's going to be way more of these. The population's going to be higher. All right. Okay. Very good. Slowpoke. Okay, Ditto again. I like that Ditto, man. Ditto's cool. Why is his music so good? Here we are. I was not live. You weren't live. You weren't alive. Am now. Ooh. Very good. Pokemon's definitely a speculative asset. I would say the metals are too, just because when you want to talk about the concept of it investing, I could go and invest in like Coca-Cola. And what Coca-Cola will actually do is it has like a factory and it has workers and it has a secret formula and a distribution system. And they'll go produce drinks all day and actually sell drinks for a profit. Pokemon really doesn't do that. Pokemon just kind of sits there. And so if you buy it for $30,000, you have to hope the next guy buys it for $40,000. And that's kind of the problem with speculative items. They don't actually do anything. They're not passive. They don't, like Coca-Cola stock is passive. You can buy it and step away from it, and it just keeps running on its own. I can't do that with Pokemon. It doesn't run on its own. Like, even when I talk about it on social media, I have to actually go make those videos. So I have to go make a video of Pokemon cards to receive social media dividends, I call them. But that requires work. I can't just like log out and go to the Bahamas. I suppose I could, but you know, somebody has to actually produce videos out of the cards that I own in order for them to generate some kind of ad revenue payback for me. And so that's the trick. Coca-Cola is a true investment. You can buy it, step away from it, and it'll just keep working for you. Maybe in that way, like a gold mine or a silver mine company, those companies are more like true investments. But I would call like fine art and precious metals and Pokemons more like speculative assets where you're speculating that they're underpriced and that you're hoping to sell them at a much higher price. Okay, here's Gyarados. And here's Psyduck. He's great. Yes. Great success. That's right. Wow, wowie, wow. Oh, yeah, Gyarados. It's 8:37, guys. I'm not taking any more orders tonight. We got the 3 hours in. We're ready to wrap up now. I got to go have dinner. I'm sure Karis is feeling very lonely right now. Any Charizards? We're always looking for Charizard. Little Charmander back there. Yeah, let me go ahead and hit refresh on the giveaway. So we're going to hit refresh and get it set up. The giveaway keyword is free, F-R-E-E. Go ahead and start typing that now. All right, Miss Diane, 2 packs left. Can you please refund me $18? I sent 35 on ZELLE and 145 on Cash App to make it 3 boxes, but I don't think you ever did it. Okay, hold on. Let me read that. To make it 3 boxes. Oh, you're talking about the the journey boxes. I'll stay open and get those 3 boxes done for you if you'd like. I apologize, Vic. I forgot about it. We can still get them done tonight. You want them done tonight? We are. I forgot about them. We are. And here is Kadabra. You should have just said something. I'd have done it. I don't mind. It's not an emergency in this case. All right, B-Drill. That's not Gengar. I'm sorry, Sarah. There is probably a nearby Gengar, but Sarah, you'll have to chase after him. I'm sorry, not Sarah, Diane. Miss Diane, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you Sarah. You will have to chase after Gengar tomorrow, okay? You got a lot of good ones in here, though. All right, yeah, open them. So it sounds like we're doing 3 boxes. Is that right? All right, cool, man. Put this in here. You got a lot of good stickers now. I'll say that. Got a lot of gradable stickers. And if you really like these stickers, the best one, of course, is the Series 2 Charizard. If you could pull that, that's a big hit. There's, I think, 4 of those per box. All right. So the Zard tag is sold to Mr. Ivan. Thanks, Ivan. All right, all right. What was Aovic saying? Okay, so let me go get 3 boxes of Jordy. All right. Nothing but the best for Aovic. You ready, man? Shazoom. What's your take on it, Aovic? How do you feel about precious metals? Snipping this. Snipping this. All right, very good. I'm going to buy a gold chain. You can buy a gold chain and fit a Pokemon card into it, like what Logan Paul did. What do you guys think of that? Did you guys see Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, doing that? Let's count these. Make sure it's 15 and not 17. All right, 15 it is. So that's 15. Pikachu incoming. Chainsaw Man manga ended, and apparently it's controversial. Uh-oh. It's ended? Like the story's over for good? I don't want to hear that. I like that story. Chainsaw Man's maybe one of the best animes I've ever seen, and I don't even like anime. I'm not a watcher. I'm not a big consumer of it. That one's good. It's a lot of fun. I love how expressive the actual faces are in the animations for the when they adapted it to a TV series or to the movie. Here it is. All right. I think Pikachu's the chase. Pikachu! Let's get you some Pikachu. It was like MLK, All a Dream. Oh, no. He did a All a Dream ending. Ugh. Don't spoil it for us. No spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers. What are you doing spoilers for, bro? All right. Very good. That's huge spoilers. Yeah, what the hell, bro? Mike's side didn't do spoilers. Ready? Now, here's Gyarados. Here's Dragonite. Pidgeotto. Hitmonlee. Kakuna. Gyarados. Parasect. Zappy Boy. Zap, zap, zap. Moltres. Oddish. Cubone Master Ball is going to be a hit, Mr. Aovic. This is not like the Master Balls coming out of gem sets. This is a true Master Ball. Nice and rare. So that is a hit. Shiny Starmie. All right, that's not it, Mr. Don't Worry. Okay, good. Good. Here's Ekans. Yeah, no spoilers, guys. Let's not spoil it. And Electrode. Ugh. Meow, meow. Mama, meow, meow. Doo-be-doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, snipping this. Okay, and snipping this. Oh, yeah. And snipping this. Okay. And snipping some of these. You look pokey lonely. I can help you. Some of these and some of these. Are you ready, Aovic? Nothing but net. Nothing but hot ones. Heat. I think I was trying to say heat, and then I said hot ones. There you go. So that's 2 more boxes. So far, so good. You got the Starmie and the Master Ball. Cubone Master Ball is a solid pull in my book. Onyx, way better than lots of the other Master Balls. We got Sealy O. Raichu. Here's Drowsy. Now what do we have here? Be sure to type in free, guys. We're officially working on the giveaway now. Wheezing. Look at that. All right, you did well, man. You got the Golden Mew. You just need to hit that Pikachu now. Here's a little Magneton. You know, I've opened a lot of these, Aovic, and have not pulled too many hits from it. Here's a little Vileplume, so I think you just got very lucky there. Machamp. Here's Flareon. Here's Dodrio. Here. Ooh, I like that. I always like this Gengar. I always do. He's just a great artwork. Oh, baby. All right. Now we're talking. Look at that, man. 1 Golden Mew, 1 Shiny Mew. All right. 1 Dragonite. 1 Amistar. More like Homie Star. 1 Venomoth. 1 Vulpix. We got, Vileplume. 1 PSA 9 Cloyster. Here's 1 Dragonite, 1 Jinx, and 1 Raichu. All right, there you have it. What'd you think of that? That wasn't too bad, huh? I know you're taking a stab at that exclusive card, though, but you ended up with 2 decent Mews. You know, if those grade, and they will grade, if those grade into 10s, you could have a serious shot at profiting off of this round. Look, Master Ball, Shiny Starmie, Mew, Gengar, Shiny Mew. That's a good round. I think that's a good round. I actually think you can profit from that. All right, and we'll put this in here. And now I'm tossing this guy away, and we're all good. So sorry about you were asking me to do that, and I kind of forgot about it as we were working on that gigantic Miss Diane Bailey sticker order. So I think you need a new bag, right? Should I put it under Aovic? I guess I'll put it under Aovic. Okay. Aovic. There you have it. I'm going to set this over here. All right. 1 Master Ball per 3 boxes. Those are truly very rare. See, you did good. All right. Meow, meow. Well, he opened 3 boxes. He better be getting a Master Ball. Now, the giveaway. We're jumping over here. Where's the giveaway card? Here it is. It says free on it. Here we have J-Dog Gaming. It was crazy that a 1-of-1 was sitting right there in the next Naruto pack. And no one bought any Naruto packs for a while. Like, they were selling for a while. The backup. God. The Naruto packs were selling for a while until people just stopped. And so one day, people stopped buying them. And when did they stop buying them? Just before the 1-of-1. Isn't that crazy? I mean, really think about that. That's that whole 90% of gamblers quit just before the big hit. That's exactly what that is. And then tonight, Miss Diane just randomly opens one pack of it. Or, I'm sorry, was that one actually Sarah? It might have been Sarah, actually. Miss Sarah just randomly opens a pack. And shazam, she just gets it, you know? She just gets it. Gavin Stewart. And last but not least, Joe Dirt. All right, thank you everyone for being here. I do have to wrap up now. I hope you guys have a great night. Don't forget to subscribe if you want YouTube to alert you the next time I'm going live. All right, smash that subscribe button. Thank you everyone. Have a good night.